go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Drop it like it's hot, 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 hot. Yeah, check. Is this thing on? That always saves me now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, baby! So excited to have each and every one of you here on Sunday night for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Let's go! Let's go! All right, I'm all right now. I'm all right now. I'm okay. I'm okay. Shout out to all the beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. I just can't contain myself. AVAX up 20% on the banger to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. I love each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We're going to jump on into Bitcoin as it's pumping all the way to 37,400. We got a massive pump to the upside. The long I called this morning is finally in the green. Bomb, bomb, bomb with the weekly candle volatility to the upside. I told you the 4-hour was looking mean. I told you there was a big pump coming. Nobody listened to me. I told you I was long since this morning. I held my long. People laughed at me. He said, oh, no, oh, yes. I said, hogwash. We are going to the upside. And to the upside, we went, baby. Bam, 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 bam. Woo! Sorry, I'm just a little excited. Man, what a call. I did it again. 37,400. The lifer gives you the big green candle. That is a beautiful candle to the upside for Bitcoin, holding 37.4 right now on the exchange. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We're talking about Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin dominance in a little while. We're going to break that down. We're going to look at the DXY. We're going to look at so many things. Algo has a golden cross coming. See, there's the 50, there's the 200. I'm telling you, that's going to cross. This is going to make a flag, and then you're going to pump. In 2 weeks, Algo will be somewhere into the 22s. If it's not, you know, this is just the odds of it are so insanely high that Algo is going to make a move to the upside. It's the one that hasn't really pumped yet. It's going to make it through this whole gap zone up to the high volume nodes. These are two places I'd be taking profits on a futures trade. I just gave you some love right there for Algo. Hook, a trade that I talked about, the perpetual break into the upside. I talked about how Hook was going to break out, touch the 200-day SMA. I didn't trade it on the perpetual. I traded it here on regular futures, just spot futures. Here on my beautiful baby MEXC. Link right here to MEXC. If you want to jump into MEXC, 0 spot maker and taker fees. I'm serious. I know. You heard me say that, right? 0 spot maker and taker fees. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. So, insane. Now, they did just up the ante on the futures. I kept telling everyone they're probably going to, and then slowly as they get more and more popular, I would keep taking advantage of these futures. Learn futures. Get in and out if you can handle it. I traded spot for 10 years. Really, before I even looked at a futures trade, they scared me. I did trade ETFs directly on daily global on gold, but at the time, I didn't even really know I was really trading leverage in a way, and I never gave the exchange my money. You know what I mean? So finally, we got the move to the upside for Bitcoin. 4 hours looking absolutely scrumptious. Got a nice little breakout. It could be a breakout fake out, but I mean, that is a nice pump. Asia woke up this morning and they bought. I mean, that's Asia buying right now. I'm telling you right now, that's the Asia Open banging them to the upside. You know, this is why I love Sunday nights. The volatility is insane. There's always some crazy movement up or down. And I'm telling you right now, this has been absolutely beautiful. I'm trading here on MEXC. All right? That's where I get it done. And if I limit in on my futures, I pay no fees at all. You only pay fees if you mark it in. All right? I just want to make that really, really clear. So jump on in today if you don't like fees, but you like making gains. All right? MEXC is the place to be. I'm there all the time. Hey. Let's break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I talked about this breaking out. I gave you the trade. I was long here. I was long yesterday morning in this bull pennant, remember? Then we kind of swung out and I extended. I never got stopped out of the trade. I stayed in the trade. And there is the pump to the upside. Shout out to anybody that took advantage. The 30-minute looking absolutely beautiful for a move. The 4-hour looking like it wants to pump. I said this. I was in a screen share with Master Friend tonight, and I said, man, 4-hour looks strong, right? And look, we have strong support here and resistance here. We just got to break through resistance. If we can break through that resistance, Bitcoin is going to moon, all right? So right now off the bat, where's my measured move? It takes us all the way up to 40,700. We would break 40K. We would get into the 40K zone. Things would start to be amazing. Everyone always asks me, do I wear pants during the live stream? And, you know, I figured I would address the situation. I do wear pants. I actually really like the pants I have on right now, so I kind of want to show you guys. No, I just like it. I know you think I'm nuts, but these are nice pants. These are J. Crew cotton pants. They are so comfy. I don't wear any other pants. These are it, all right? I went to J. Crew one day, got these. My wife bought these for me. When I just started coming up, she said, you know, I'm going to take you to some place nice to get you some nice clothes. And then next thing you know, I like these pants so much. They're the only pants I wear. I will wear suit pants here and there, but I wear these every day. J. Crew pants. They are so soft to touch. They're like cotton. They're like wearing, dude, they're so nice. Anyway, I just got to talk about it because I really like the pants. If you're a man, you want to be comfortable. Yes, they're $80 pants, but I'm telling you, that's not even that expensive. 85 bucks. These pants are unbelievable. I'll get 10 pair of these pants and wear them all the time. All right? Shout out to everybody here. Can you say I wear pants with the Peter Griffin voice? Hey, Lois, I think I wear pants. Hey, I'm going to wear pants today, Lois. Hey, Chris, why are you wearing pants? Shout out to everybody here on the live. I got to get down to brass tacks and talk about it. We're at the all-time history index. Bitcoin already kind of spiking back down, though, after that nice pump. Could be a liquidity grab. Let's talk about it. I don't even have BookMap open yet. Let me load it up. I took my daughter and her friend and my little daughter to a bowling alley today. Old Candlestick Bowling, a 100-year bowling alley. It had been there for a long time. Tiny little hole-in-the-wall spot. And the little baby ended up winning somehow. I don't even know how. I think we helped her a few times. It was crazy. But I had a good time being a dad. My wife is preggers. Again, we lost the baby the first time. We didn't lose the baby, but you know what I mean. That we did not get the conceive. Let's talk about what's looking at BookMap because we're seeing some interesting order flow here on Le BookMap. Le Booma. I call it Booma. But look, if we're looking at BookMap, we have 38,000 order hanging, saying 500 Bitcoins, they want to swam us. And then this guy up here at 42,000, there's 1,000 Bitcoins up there attempting to get a sell. Now, what I like about it is there's a nice buy order propelling us further up. That buy order is at 36.6. So it's telling us, like, if we go to 36.6, there's a boatload of Bitcoin down there attempting to buy us up to the upside. It may keep us from getting past 36.5, 36.4. We'll get a continuation of a move. Already getting a little slump on that candle, not holding the gains. We're going to break it down for you and talk about it right now. And we're going to show you BTC, USDT on Binance. And, I mean, but if you were in the trade, you're in the gain. I just have to make that clear. You're in the gain. If you used enough levy, you made a massive gain right there. That's all we need. I saw the inverted shoulder, kind of shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Eventually, we would get the move. I stayed strong on this idea till we got the pop. All the way back down to 252, though. I would like to see it sustainable, but let's see how this one hour candle closes beforehand. Now watch, I'm going to delete all my stuff. Wow, oh my God, that's so scary, right? It is. It's now a naked chart. What do we do? I can see this already alike to break to the upside. That's a bull pennant. Bull pennants love to break to the upside. I'm telling you right now, that looks absolutely amazing. Shout out to the beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 632 people here for the Bitcoin and the candle close. Why can't we get 1,000 people here? Hit the likes, 224 likes and 632 people. This ain't your average channel. Let's get it in. Let's get it all the way to the limits. All right? So let's talk about it. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single day here. Top-down analysis on the weekly channel. I do this on Friday afternoons. I do this on Mondays. I do this every single day of my life. So Bitcoin had a beautiful support at 15,400. Beautiful bounce with the bullish divergence on the weekly. I called this bottom for everybody. The second the divergence came in right here, I even called this cup and handle. Said we were going to move smoothly up to 19K. We did that. I called this hidden bullish divergence right here. I got in at the exact place to get in on the 4-hour Fibonacci and the 8-hour hidden bullish that was inside of here. Both of those calls were stone cold. We made a move to the upside. I have stayed bullish, and I have showed you the levels to watch in case we do go bearish. I even talked about if we lost the 100, the 1 hour 200 SMA, that would be the beginning of a downfall. We got very close to it. I was all over it for you. Then I called that double bottom when it did go. That was the last time we tussled with the 1 hour 200 SMA. And I'm going to talk about that again later on today. And I tell everyone, all these people talk bearish tones and say this is going to happen, that's going to happen. If you come to this channel, I'm going to be the first one to tell you. I do updates. I do 2 updates on the weekends, right? I do my update on the weekend on the Monday mornings, and then I'm in the charts every 2 to 3 hours, even every hour really, I never leave it alone because I know that I could give you guys some guidance. I've been in the markets for a long time. I'm 40 years old. I started trading when I was 25 years old. All right. And here's the funny thing. There's people, you could study more TA than me. You could think you're better at technical analysis. You could have an ego all you want. But I'm telling all the young bucks out there, all the guys, 35 and under, I know myself a little better than you at this point. I'm telling you, I'm a 40-year-old man. I'm a mentor of mentors. I can get you to another level. I am matured to such a level. I got 3 kids and a wife. I have a 3rd kid coming, and I got a wife. I'm just telling you, you can master the charts all you want, but the older you get, the better you will be at mastering yourself. And the more you master yourself, the better you're going to be at the charts. I'm telling you right now. So come to this channel for a mature man's look into the world. Get mentored by someone who did it, a self-made millionaire that made it happen. Even though I got kicked in the teeth 1,000 times, even though I got depressed, even though I was on a night shift, even though no one cared about me, I fought every single day till we got here, everyone. And I had family members that did care about me. That's not true. But, I just want to say that there was days so dark in my life that I never thought I'd be here with you guys right now doing this. There were days so dark in my life. If you told me I would be here with 600 beautiful souls, 700 beautiful souls on a live stream on my own YouTube channel, I would have told you were out of your mind. I never would have believed you. I never, but we're here now. God made it happen. For whatever reason, God gave me this gift, and he brought you into my life, and I think that's a gift too. And I'm just super excited to share my moment with each and every one of you every single day. This is our moment. This is our present moment in time. Let me shut my mouth and get back into the charts. But I just love y'all, man. I'm super excited about being here with each and every one of you. And that's something I can't hide. You know what I mean? I just can't hide that. I got to talk about it. I got to bring it up. I got to feel the vibes because I love y'all. And I'm super excited to be here. So, all right, I'm done now. All right, now look, Bitcoin, I'm going all the way back just in case. I want to make this official, this one. So resistance became support right there. That's an SR flip. We got the wick. Where was that wick? To the CME gap. Remember that? All the way down to 19K and then bounced right back up. They CME gapped us real quick. We had a bunch of bears talking about this being a bearish flag that was going to dump to the downside. I'll tell you what, when the downside target is a negative target, it usually doesn't make sense. Is Bitcoin going to negative 300? No. So usually that doesn't play out because if the actual target is off of the charts, so all you could have thought is maybe a double bottom for this, but rising wedges do break to the downside 68% of the time. I can't hate on the bears for knowing this, but the bears who brought this up, I guess they didn't know how to read moving averages. They didn't know when the 50 was coming for the 200 on the weekly that was telling you you're likely going to get a big move to the upside. But need I digress? Also, they didn't know what a monthly cup and handle was. But if you were with me and watching me, I drew this as the monthly cup and handle to the upside. I gotta dig this out because it's so amazing. But even my team pointed out, they're like, man, Sam, you called a monthly cup and handle, dude. I'm like, wow, And it's in here right here, if I can find it. Well, look at all the gains we've made. Beautiful call on Crest. This thing just continued to rip for 357%. ZRX, not ZRK, I think, that's ZRX. But ZRX for a big move of 93%. I saw it like that. Stack McChange also added it to it. We got a lead here. PYR I put out on November 8th. 3 days later, the thing is up 93%. Oh, no, sorry. Wait, what did I do there? What did I do over here? Yeah, PYR up 80% for PYR, Vulcan Forge. But I just want to show you this one call that I made, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because I never made a monthly call in my life. I don't ever making actual shape of the monthly and making a call for Bitcoin. But there's a call here for Bitcoin on the monthly. If I can find it, I'll find it. Now I'm OCD about it. I'll find it. It's not that far. Not far, South Boston, right? Anyway, I'm showing you it's not even about my ego and about me. I want to teach you how insane the charts are. I just can't believe them. How do the charts do this stuff? Look at all the gains we've made. It's insane. The gains that have come out of this trading group are just absolutely insane. GFAL for 17 back then. The month of October was insane. It was pumped over to the upside. Unbelievable. Maybe I won't be able to find it now. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, and then I gotta let it go. Let it go, Sammy. Let it go. There it is. October 1st. I talked about this cup and handle on the monthly. Bang. It's just insane. No stop loss got hit on that monthly chart to the upside. It's just crazy how the cup and handle. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Bitcoin at 37,300. Asia waking up. Money pouring in. They got the call. So look, we talked about this on the weekly, and we're going to talk about the weekly candle close right now. Let's hang out here on the weekly candle, and let's make it nice and big. The weekly candle opened at $35,011.89. The high was $37,972.24. The low was $34,523.06. The candle would close at $37,064.13, up $2,052.25 on the week, a 5.86% candle. That's a strong week for Bitcoin. And it ripped through this wick as well, pushing through what would have been a swing failure. I mean, this is amazing. I see this 50 coming for the 200. That tells me things are brewing. I've been using that on all coins for days now. It is producing massive gains. Algo, I just gave you Algo because you could see that the golden cross was coming. I don't know what else to tell you, but you can obviously see that the golden cross is coming for Algorand. Anyway, let's take away these two areas here and these areas here. All right, but that has been negated. The only thing that I talked about was, the first signs of bearishness are if we break this diagonal trend line. That's the first signs of bearishness. If I see Bitcoin go lower than this and then break this level, we're likely coming back down to 31,400. If we do not do that, we're not doing that, period. There's also some daily support of resistance that's been holding, but the weekly looks absolutely amazing. Another thing that I want to show you is if this is a rising wedge that broke out parabolically, which it was, you would take the length of the base of the pole. That would give you your measured move, and that tells us we're going up to 50K. That measured move is 50K. And it tells us that we could get to 50K pretty fast, like somewhere by March. That would be the halving right there, February 24th. We would hit 50K going into the halving is what this is telling us. I'm not telling you anything for sure. I go by the charts. Like this head and shoulder said it was going to break down. I'm doing the same thing here. There's your head and shoulder. You take your measured move from the neckline to the head, and you say, and that's where it was going to go. That's exactly what happened. Price action just does what it's supposed to do. It even kind of gave you the timing. It would say somewhere around, July, you would have hit the lows, and you did. Anyway, Bitcoin is amazing with just simple patterns. It does really well with simple patterns. I always go back to the daily on here, and I'll show you that in a second, but how that was an easy head and shoulder that broke to the downside with a rising wedge. I talked about this falling wedge breaking up with the Fibonacci 618 golden pocket and the bullish divergence on the daily. I talked about the weekly, the bearish divergence that we had that we called the top here. Anyway, you'll get there, don't worry. And my reputation will precede me. Eventually, you will see. Shout out to the 752 beautiful souls on the live jumping on in. God bless you all. 339 likes, $14.99 in chat revenue. You people are so nice. Thank you so much for the $14 in chat revenue. I was getting some heartburn before the show. I ate a yogurt, and it went away immediately. So I guess yogurt helps. Yogurt helped immediately, So that trend line is something that I want to heed and just keep I'd like to keep it up, but I want to keep it up on a dotted line. I wouldn't mind making this a more, unknown line. Anyway, but that's just something that I got to talk about as long as we stay above this diagonal trend line, which actually is pretty strong, right? It's like a spider line here. Let's bring this back down, then bring this back up. Yeah, and look at this. Resistance almost flipped it. We were gone. Resistance dropped it. Couldn't get above, let me square it away. Resistance, got above it. Resistance, stayed below it. Resistance, we got above it. These are diagonal Fibonacci lines that you can't see that are in math, space, and time. And I'm telling you right now, once you got above that line, that was a serious resistance. Couldn't get above. Bang. If we go back below it, fine. I'll see, then we'll deal with the 200 SMA on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and I'll see other intricate things. So I'm going to know if the market goes wrong. I'm telling you, I'm going to be one of the first people to be able to show you. I'm going to show you the levels. I'm going to show you the moving averages. I can look at you dead in the face and tell you I will be one of the first channels to know exactly when Bitcoin starts to fall and the levels to watch out for. I'll be the first one to know when it breaks out because I do this every single day and I only take a few hours off to go to sleep. And I've been doing this for 7 days a week now for 3 years straight. If God willing, when this month ends and we get to December, when we get through December, it'll be another year that I went from the beginning of the year all the way to the end without 1 day off for each and every one of you. I never wore this ensemble too. You've never seen this tie with this shirt. And I'm going to keep bringing you guys new combinations to show you that it's fun to dress creative. It's interesting. And it's just fun to be creative with your, the tie gives you another color. The vest gives you something to do. And to me, it's just fun. I dress like this because it's fun. I find it artistically fun to wear all sorts of different colors together. I think it's awesome. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the charts. So the weekly looks absolutely amazing so far. We closed a beautiful candle on the weekly. Let's kind of move in. The 5-day chart's a little overbought, but it got above the 200 SMA. And we talk about this, right? Whenever you get above 200 SMA on a substantial time frame, look at the last time we breached a 200 SMA here. We can go back to the all-time history index and look at this too, which will give us a little more information. So let me bring this back for you. Bitcoin USD on the all-time history index, and I'm going to kind of just give you some sauce here. All right? Look, let's go to the 5-day chart. Let's talk about the last time the 5-day did breach a 200 SMA. Right here, it got a little bit below it. Got above it, we were gone. Got above it, we were gone. It usually does not go back below it once it gets above it. It's very rare that the 5-day will revisit below it. You know what I mean? Here it did, but there was a pandemic that made that happen. So I feel like we'd have to get a black swan. So this is so bullish to me. So bullish to me. And what I could see happening is the stochastics resetting down as price kind of just continues on up. And that's what happens when things get out of control. Look at the 5-day here. This is the thing. You use your stochastics, and then out of nowhere, they don't do what they're supposed to do. You got to know how to read stochastics anomalies. I can figure it out by using support or resistance, moving averages, and the smaller time frames. And so look, here the stochastics went down, but price was going up. Look, right there, you would sell right there, right? No way. You know? You'd be like, oh, wow, we're overbought. We're going to dump. Did we dump? No, we just continued. We just continued on the 5-day chart. So I just want to put that out there. When there's a lot of momentum, stochastics will reset. You will still go sideways and then move to the upside. That's the whole reason why I called along on the daily. All right, let's go back to the 3-day chart. Remember me, the guy who called hidden bullish divergence over and over again. Probably the only guy on YouTube. I don't know anyone else that did this. I didn't watch every YouTuber, so I can't tell. But you guys might have. Did anyone else show you this hidden bullish on the 3-day and tell you that we were going to make a move higher than this high? Because I study this, and it's one of my main indicators that I use. And it's not even an indicator. I use it on my own. It's my own brain. Tight moving averages. I always teach you this. Whenever the moving averages are tight in a wedge, price action's about to make a big move to the upside. I go over this stuff all the time. This is my sauce, baby. I had hidden bullish, tight moving averages. 90% chance we were going to make a high above this high to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Bitcoin will surprise. Yeah. Bitcoin has to retrace in the next 2 days. Bitcoin doesn't have to do anything. That's what people don't realize. Anyone that says has to, will, gonna, I believe, I think, Bitcoin doesn't have to do anything. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. Get that have to stuff out of your brain, please. Throw it out. Throw it out. All right? The daily. Why did I say the daily was going up? Because I study stochastics RSI and price action. When the price starts to go to the upside, but the stochastics come down, it's telling me that there's going to be a move to the upside. All right? And I'm not saying this pump is going to be completely sustainable. We're going to break it down and talk about it. This could have been just a quick cash grab right now, and we could dump. I'm open-minded. I never tell you exactly what's going to happen. I don't swear this and that. Anything could happen. We could dump all the way down here tomorrow. Anything could happen. You must be open-minded that anything possible could happen to the charts. So another thing that I talked about and I went over with each and every one of you before it happened was this W. And you can say that the measured move of the W was to the upside, and it has a 68% chance of breaking out. If you just played this double bottom and you didn't know anything about any other indicators, momentum, VWAP, money flow, any of that, throw it out the window. This is a W that broke to the upside. Simple stuff here, in my humble opinion. You also want to see something else? Well, they call me the Sammy Cup and Handy. I mean, there's your cup. That was definitely a cup. There was your handle. That's a breakout. That also gives me a bigger measured move. That takes me all the way up here to about 45,000 by May. If this can continue, we might even get a little pullback and continue, but this tells me that we're on our way on a Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. That is a cup and handle. Look it, you can drink out of that thing. You could put tea in it, baby. It's a cup and handle. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I got technical analysis names after me because I've done so much TA. What other YouTubers called Sammy Cup and Handy, for crying out loud? Like, it's insane. You know? It is insane. Anyway, and because I use the cup and handle more than anyone else online, I talk about it more than anyone else online, I make gains out of it more than anyone else online, and I make it happen. I make it happen, man. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And so we're above the 200 SMA on the 5-day. We are not bearish unless we go back below this. So we would have to go back below 34,300. This might go a little lower too, but when that starts to happen. But until the 5-day decides it's going to go lower than the 200 SMA, we are simply not we are simply not bearish. Okay? We are simply not bearish. Now look at this. The 21 coming up and following the 3-day. The 3-day is far away from the 2-day. I'll tell you that right now. You know, but that tells me we could either get some sideways price action. And look, we had a golden cross right there. Price action eventually. And again, we dumped after the golden cross. It doesn't always mean you're going to have a huge pump. What it means is over time, 2-3 weeks from later on in time, You will be higher than the previous highs. That's what golden crosses infer to me. I don't use them as a signal to buy or anything. What they do is they implicate to me that the price action is going to be higher than it was. Remember all the bears? Now, and I talked about this. I said this is a possibility. But remember all the bears? We're going to go down to 10K. Remember all the GSs? We're going all the way down. What? The goose seekers. What? GS goose seekers, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, they were goose seekers, right? Anyway, look at a little inside joke. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. So look at this. Look at this. We go back to the weekly, and you see we have a lot of chunk here too. Let's look at this section because this section's interesting to me, and we can gain a lot of insight from it. We're going to look at this chop right here, and I want to make some key support and resistance. We got a line here. We got a line right there. Look at the point of control. Rejection. There's a POC right there, a very strong one. Okay? And look, we even have some support right there where this candle closed. You know, I'm going to get rid of this. A lot of lines, but I just wanted to see how that plays out to where we are now. And if it kind of pans out over time, right? So look, I just added those lines just to kind of see what was happening to Bitcoin. And look, they lined up perfectly, which is creepy, right? Look at that. I just made that line over there on the left side. See how, and that was from like a year and a half ago. Support or resistance is insane. Is insane. So look, previous resistance became support. I talked about this breakout, and I went over this with you guys, and I said this is likely going to break out because we have 6 daily candles above the previous resistance, and it's just very rare for you to get, like, for that long. The bears were unable for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight. They couldn't get us back below the previous resistance. It became a support zone. Boom. Now, this thing ain't done yet either if you really look at it. And then the daily stochastics were moving down while price action was moving up. It told me we were going to get some type of move to the upside. Now, the daily stochastics are curving, but they could curve back up. They are high. But look, there's lack of bearish momentum here. That's lack of bearish momentum right there. And there's lack of bearish momentum seeming to form right now, too, as well. I do see the bearish div. You know, that's kind of swinging down while price action swings up. But you could almost say that this was the bearish div here, and then we dumped, and that was it. So it's kind of creepy. You can almost say that that was the bearish divergence. It did play out. And I'll tell you, bearish divergence is only as strong as support or resistance. See, I didn't know that before. I used to play bearish div, and then it wouldn't work out. I was like, I don't get it. Now I'm like, I know why it didn't happen, because you had strong support. I use support or resistance as the number one indicator. Everything else follows support or resistance. I'm telling you right now, like everything else. And again, it goes back to Master Friend and what he teaches too, because it's all about candle bodies. It's all about candle bodies. And if you can read candles the right way, I'm telling you right now, indicators will just follow. We got above this point of control too. And look, we had a gap here in the VRVP, telling you we were likely coming up to this high volume node at 37.90. And now we're there. Now we're absolutely there. Look at the daily turning bullish right now, tonight. The daily candle just opened and it's already turning bullish, right? It's only been open for like what? 30 minutes? No, 40 minutes. This daily candle's been open for 40 minutes. I mean, we closed bearish today, but look, we already opened bullish. It's pretty crazy that this daily candle is already bullish, and it could just propel us. Look what I'm seeing here. That's a flag. That flag can easily break to the upside and continue to moon. That gives you a $40,000 Bitcoin. It's looking like tomorrow, Tuesday the latest, we're getting into 40K, and I could be wrong. And I'm going to be able to figure out how we're going to be bearish. I'm telling you right now. So right now, wow, look at the 22 hours starting to set up for a nice move. Oh my goodness. Bitty Bitcoin is getting the move. Possibly. I don't want to get you too. I don't want to be that perma bull. Like, oh, everything he says it's going up. I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Let me say that real. Hold up. I've been on YouTube for 4 years since September of 2019. All right. I've been doing crypto since 2016. Be coming up on 7 years now, which is crazy. When I hit 294, it'll be 8 years since I first started getting into cryptocurrency. 8 years of my life, man. 8 years of my life. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I won't tell you what I think. I won't tell you what I feel. And I won't tell you what I believe. Men lie. Women lie. The charts don't lie. Stop listening to other people that tell you they think, they feel, this is what's going to happen. There's obviously a poll. I've been reading the news. Yo, get away from all that nonsense. It's the charts and the charts only, man. I'm telling you. It should be this way. This is the openness. Right hand is closed, but this is the Asian culture. The charts and the charts only, sensei. All right? Please, don't get caught up in the sauce. If you get caught up in the sauce, you will get wrecked. If you use the charts, you'll be like me, wearing fine suits, doing whatever you want, flying around the world, getting paid. All right? If you want to be like Mike, jump on it today. Anyway, but so check it out. This is a flag to the upside. I would like it to wait for the 21 to catch up, but there's a chance that it doesn't, like here, and we just pump away. Over time, we eventually will get some sauce. And look, this is a bearish div now. This swing up, the swing up. Well, this swings down. But again, we could say that this was the bearish div. Then we came up, and now we really don't have any bearish div right now. So you could say this was the bearish divergence. It dumped, and then it got shrunk by support or resistance. This X's this out. It already happened now. So now we can say, okay, that's over. Because look, it made a new low down here. So bearish divergence played out. Now we're starting to attempt a new move. And honestly, the RSI could come up here and then make another bearish div later on when we go up double top up here. I've been showing the 3-day, and until the 3-day makes a bearish div too, I don't really buy that it could pull back hard. So what I'm looking for, look on the 3-day, and I showed you this for the last couple days. I don't mind showing it again. I don't know why I lost my sauce here. Hold on. But look, I'm looking for this. And look at the 3-day already starting green too again. Another green candle for the 3-day chart. Closes in 1 day and 23 hours. But look, I'm looking for a high and another high. And then I'm looking for the 3-day to go up and to make a low. And I'm looking for this to be bullish div right here, a bearish div right here. But not until we get to 40,000. It's looking like 40K is going to be the possible bigger pullback area. 42,000 is a massive sell order at 42K. About 1,000 Bitcoins now, and it could get bigger on BOOKMAP. All right, let's get out of the 3-day and get back. But remember, I started you on the weekly. I headed down to the 3-day, the 5-day. I headed to the 3-day. I gave you the daily, the 22. Now I'm going to give you the 8-hour time frame, my favorite time frame. Remember, I gave you this trade on Twitter on the 8-hour time frame. You're still in the money on this trade that I gave on Twitter. I gave you a free trade on Twitter that's still in the money. Look, if you type in, I don't know, here, does my tweets come up when I type in here? But even if you just look here and you scroll down through my feed, which is crazy, I post a lot of stuff, retweet a lot of stuff, but I'll find it here because you'll see the chart at one point. I even said this aged well, right? Oh, he lit up Nikki Haley. It was crazy. He called her Dick Cheney and heels. That was awesome. That was awesome. She's like, he's broke. Then she next thing gets money from a military contractor and she's got millions of dollars. How does that happen? Shout out to Crypto Billy, always helping the community at Bob's new center building. This was such an amazing thing to read. I had no idea that you had a legacy, man. Like, I'm part of your legacy. You're an amazing individual. May God bless you. Look, here is a free trade, 8-hour Bitcoin. We have hidden bullish divergence. The chance of hitting 40K is 90% by my indicators. I gave you this trade back when Bitcoin was sitting at like 35,000, wherever it was in the chart, right? This thing boomed. This chart would play out to the upside. Look, it all looked good. Look at the stochastics. I had some hidden bullish as this was swinging down while that swung up. The SMMA and the SMA were tight together, right? This never hit the stop loss. That's another thing. People give trades 40K by next week and it hits it. But it dipped below. They didn't give you an actual stop. I give you actual entries, stop losses, and points to go for, and they hit. And I give them for free. Like, I gave this for free on Twitter, okay? Here's a free trade. We have hidden bullish divergence, November 7th. So you can say whatever you want about me. 56,000 people saw the tweet. Only 6 people liked, 83 liked it. Only 6 people commented. Guys, I need you to comment more. Let's get it going. But that trade is in the money right now to the upside absolutely beautifully. And if you look at the futures trade, that was down here that I made that trade on the 8-hour time frame. This 8-hour here. That was this trade right there. See that? That was when Bitcoin was at like 35,000. And I'm still in that trade. It's up 103%. You could still be in the trade too if you were the crypto lifers, man. So we can teach you how to manage this market. We can teach you how to trade Bitcoin. We can teach you how to trade altcoins. And by the end of the stream, we're going to be ripping through altcoins too as well. 917 people here for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. One of my biggest weekly candle closes of my entire life is right now. My channel is blowing up in front of your eyes every single day. 48,100 subs. We got 100 subs today and counting. We're on our way to 50K. Long and strong, baby. Get me to 50K before the end of the year, please. 2,000 subs. I know we can do it. If I can hit 50K by the end of the year, it will be absolutely amazing. So, now I'll tell you what, the 8-hour does have bearish div. That swings up. Well, actually, you know what? It's almost like that was the div that fell up. I'm starting to see this slightly differently now. That was the bearish div right there, and then we collapsed. Now we're coming up, and we're making a new segment of space and time. It's very interesting. And because the Stokes are resetting while price is going sideways again, it's telling me that a big move is coming for Bitcoin. And this could propel everything back up to the upside again. A lot of altcoins will fall. If this whole market rips like this, it's going to be crazy euphoria. And I see a lot of coins already setting up for a move. And then my 4 hours, my go-to time frame. Whenever the 4 hour got low in the stochastics, let's break it down the last 10 times we saw this in backtest. I'll backtest my theory for you. Remember, I got into here, right here on the Fibonacci, the 786 retracement. I call that exact bottom. You'd still be on the money too for the exact bottom that I bought. I ended up putting in 3 Bitcoins in their spot. I am up huge on those. Anyway, I did all this live in front of everybody. And on top of that, on the 8 hour, this was hidden bullish divergence. I brought this up and talked about it. I didn't see anyone else bring it up. I said it's 90%. You're going to make the high above this high. Once that occurred, we talked about the 3-day. The same thing happened on the 3-day. That's just a microcosm of the macro on the 3-day. Understand these concepts. It'll blow your mind. You'll be able to print money out of your house and not have to drive. You won't be in traffic ever again. You'll be able to see your wife and kids whenever you want. Your life will be amazing. It's going to take you years to harness the power and the energy of of technical analysis. But once you have it for life. Some people it takes 2 years. Some people it takes 7 years. Some people it takes 2 years. Some people it takes a year and a half. Most people it takes about a year to 1 to 4 years, really. It took me a lot longer than most. I didn't understand divergences for 2 years and I found hidden, and I just used hidden over and over again. Guarantee that will happen. I don't feel you will get to 50K by December 31st. Manifesting. Yo, 50K by December 31st, and I will fall down and cry. If I can make it by 2023 and hit 50K, it'll be such a milestone for me. You know? Such a milestone. Such a milestone. So anyway, the 4 hour looks really nice to me as the stochastics have reset. Now, could we dump out of nowhere? Yes, we can. If we lose the 21 and we start to slump out of this, we will dump right down to this 50-day moving average. And there's a chance we could come all the way back down to the 200. I am not a perma bull here. I'm just giving you the higher odds of what my indicators are telling me. Look, this MACD has a lack of bearish momentum. Whenever I see that, there's usually a massive move coming for Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now. A massive move. Again, I can't guarantee anything, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I didn't know what was going to happen here, but we called it. I didn't know what was going to happen down here, but I called it. I didn't know what was going to happen there, but I did the hidden bullish. I did my Fibonacci. I just stuck to the principles and the fundamentals. They got me to where I needed to be. All right? Let's move on into the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour looks bearish, but it's been going sideways all day. All day long inside of this pattern. And when I open it up, this is the bigger pattern at play. And it looks to me like a beautiful bull pennant. So the 1 hour and a beautiful bull pennant. It really is. But let's break down what's happening now. Yeah, all the way back to 200. And then we're going to look at like the pump that happened and kind of reassess the little time frames and see kind of what we're looking at. Are we back in the pattern? Are we out of the pattern? What's going on over here? So what will happen if we're bearish? If we're bearish, we will lose this trend line. We will likely fall down, bearishly retest this, and drop down to where the 200 SMA. This could very well happen, everybody. We have to heed this. You know, almost a shoulder, kind of a head and a shoulder. You could almost say that's a complex head and shoulder. You can, I guess. It's a little bit of a stretch for me, though. Shout out to Avo 10 Broke for the 10 pound. God bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat. $30 in chat revenue. 911 people on the live. No, I'm not lying. You think I'm joking, right? 911 people, 472 likes. The man that hasn't taken a day off in 1,000 days, man, or more. It's insane. Insane. And I love the streak. I'm a Cal Ripken of YouTube, man. I don't want to stop. I want to make it to the Guinness Book of World Records 10,000 days straight or something. I don't know how. I'll be 50 years old. Like, I never missed a day. But this is a bull pennant to me. The 1 hour is squiggly wiggly, but it's a bull pennant to me. I like what I'm seeing. The 45 minute is ready to rock. Could boom to the upside. We could open it up a little bit and say it's still inside the pattern on the smaller time frame. This makes sense to me, and now I got a little better sense of what's happening here. So let's open it up and look in. Let's look under the hood to the 15. The 15 minutes overbought, likely to come back down to the bottom of the channel here. So the 15 minutes saying, hey, we got rejected, we came up, we hit the trend line, we breached above it. A little bit of a bull fake. We trapped some bulls up here, and then we're going to bring it right back down inside the pattern. If we bearishly retest, we will make a nasty drop. What you don't want to see, and remember we called this long there, remember that day? Or when the one, actually no, let's look at the 1 hour. Remember, oh yeah, back, wow, that was so long ago. Remember when I called this long right there on the live stream? I got in right there at 34.7, the double bottom. Boom. Crazy. Then the flag above the flag to the upside. Then the massive call. I called the 38 pump right here that morning. Remember, I woke up the morning, grew this, so we're going to 38K. We hit it. Then the massive dump down, then the recovery and people bought things right. That was an amazing buy for altcoins. Like, people got into altcoins. Some people are up 100% literally in like a few hours. People made 10K, 50K, 60K. Some people got into this wick and got a huge move to the upside. Insanity. Insanity. And I keep buying BTC. I keep loading up. I keep grabbing it up. It is what it is. So look, tight moving averages tell me a move is coming. If we can go a little more sideways and the 200 can come up into price action, it's even going to solidify it. So if we can do something like this for the next, till tomorrow morning, and then we can see the 200 keep getting closer, and then boom. The closer the 200 gets to price action, the more likely it is that we do not dump down to it. You understand how moving averages work now? I'm telling you right now, this will blow your mind. And look, you can back this in a smaller time frame. You can go look at the 7. You can see, look, we pumped up. All right, watch. We pumped up huge. Usually when you get too far away, you're going to pump down to the 200, which you did. But then you started to get close, and then the 200 became part of everything and tight. When the moving averages get this tight, a big move is coming. I'm telling you. And I could be wrong. Again, I don't know. But the probability is so high that Bitcoin is going to break out of this to the upside and go all the way to the measured move to 40,300. But again, I could be wrong. If I am wrong, it'll be one of the few times that I was, or the probabilities that I'm looking at are wrong. It's not really me. It's the probabilities, but I'm sticking to the probabilities, so it is me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hide away from the fact that I'm not long right now. I'm long. You can see my trade. I'm up 100%. I want to make $3 grand, $4 grand on that trade. Change my entire, my futures portfolio there. Sam, Super Chats, MINA, ACH, FTT, TRAC, MC, USDT, WAXP, and XIP. A perfect example of what hard work and dedication to your community will result. Keep going, lifer. Shout out to Crypto Pollo, cluck, cluck, cluck in the house. Bang, bang, bang. SRM and the Sammy Cup and Handy. We're going to talk about that. So I see what's happening here. And I'm not bearish or bullish. I'm just open-minded to what could be happening. Let's take a look at our local support or resistance. We bounced beautifully off of 36,200. We had resistance, which we still have now at 37,500. All right. 37.5 is going to be the once we flip that, we're going to hit 38, 37, 38. And then once we get above 38, it's 40K. It's 40K. And then you can clearly see an SR flip right here. Resistance, got above it, bounce, came a little bit, bounce, bounce, bounce. We're holding that zone. And you have a high, you have a low. We need to make a higher high. So you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. We need to make a higher high in this trend. We must break above 37,005 to remain bullish. Otherwise, we could just see what's called an elongated double top, where like we kind of do something like this. We try to get back, and then we will break to the downside as well. So that is bearish if we can't get back above that zone. We must break back above that zone. God bless everyone in the live. Love you all. God bless you, Kyle Vero. What a place where you can come and say and use love, right? This is a place where love is used, where people say they love you to each other. Random strangers tell each other they love them. Love is the answer, man. If you're full of love, come on and hang out with me, because I'm the love man. I'm the love gov. Remember the love gov? But that was crazy, right? But shout out to everybody here on the live. That's what they were calling. What was his name? I can't. Como, bro. This is so horrible. Anyway, and I don't think it's funny, honestly, if it was a Me Too thing. The fact that they were in the news, like, they're just crazy, right? The nicknames they give these people. Love to the lifer. Shout out to lifer Adam. So the 1 hour needs to come on down. 50-minute might reset as well to the bottom of the pattern. And you could get a dump to the 200 SMA. Be careful for that. It could even be a wick back down and a wick right back up. But right now, what I'm seeing is something really special and really beautiful. And this is a trade that I'm just, I'm already in the trade. But just to show you, this is a trade that I would be looking at right here. Stop loss below the previous low. The 200 SMA can kind of help out too. My target is going to be 40,000. So there's a free trade right there for Bitcoin. Right there in front of you. There's the entry. There's the stop loss. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice. This is just something I'm looking at. This is something that I'm going over. Possibly Bitcoin could make a move here to the upside. Let me open up the MACD just a little bit. So yeah, this is what I'm bullish, until we leave, look, previous resistance became support. So Bitcoin would have to lose 36.8 to be bearish, and then would have to drop down, and then it could double bottom here. So let's go over it. We don't want the double top of the 15. We must breach 37.5, and then we must breach 38K. These two things have to happen, probably by Monday afternoon, Tuesday night. Otherwise, we're going to struggle, hit some lows, and then possibly come back down. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm telling you right now, that is a bull pennant that breaks out 68% of the time. The moving averages are tight. I kind of think that the bearish dip played out already, and we're in a new set. We're in a completely new set. And previous resistance here became support right there too. We SR flipped this line. We SR flipped this line. A lot of SR flips going on. A lot of people buying into Bitcoin, right? Heck, I bought $2,000 last night, getting cold feet. I'm the other way. Everyone's scared Bitcoin's going to crash. I'm scared I'm not going to get enough Bitcoin under 40K. At this point now, I'm switching my mind. I'm like, get as much Bitcoin under 40K as you can. 25 to 40K, who cares? 36, 37, who gives a dang? I'm going to buy as much Bitcoin as I humanly possible below 40K. That's it. That's my goal. No one's ever going to be pissed that they bought too much Bitcoin below 40K, in my humble opinion. Again, I don't know. And look, with that being said, let's buy a little more. Let's buy a little more BTC, shall we? This is just to show you how convicted I am. Another $2,000 in Bitcoin. I'll never get upset buying more Bitcoin. All right? Never upset me. Let's buy it. And I should be buying 10 grand more right now. Honestly, 2 grand's kind of like, but you know what? I'm just going to keep adding to my bags. But under 40K is the smartest thing to do. 2 grand here, 2 grand there, 2 grand there, 2 grand here, you know? Just grab it up, Bitcoin, you know? Bang, bang, bang. What's going on with Vulcan Forge? I put it out. It's pumping. It was on a TV show. And nothing's going on. All of DeFi, all of DeFi is pumping, man. What do you mean what's going on? You must be a noob. A noob asked that question. I love you, but that's a noob question. It's okay. Just say, hey, I'm a noob. What's going on with Vulcan Forge? The chart looked good. People know it's going to be hot. You know what I mean? They want to get in. Look, I bought AVAX last night. I'm up $892. Banging to the upside. My 3 grand became 3,800 real fast. Real quick. All right? Real quick. Anyway, and this is MEXC, where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency without a zero fee. I bought 5 grand on Binance US when they were like saying they were going to get away from the US stuff. So I just wanted to put it on Bitcoin, send it to the hardware wallet. So I sold everything and bought in. And then when I bought the Bitcoin, I had way less, they hit me with so many fees. It was insane. So Bitcoin did get a nice pump. Now it's kind of meandering. And I'm telling you, the 15-minute time frame is overbought. It needs to come back down with some bearish divergence. It could be the one that ends us. We could leech here and then continue to dump. I'm telling you right now, I'm not a soothsayer. You must have a stop. As long as you tell yourself you don't know where price is going, you're going to be okay. See, people that know where price is going, they're like, oh, no stop loss. It's definitely going up. And they get wrecked. See, I don't know what's going to happen. I must use a stop loss in case my probabilities don't play out. In case they bring us right down here. This could definitely happen. We could even come here and bounce, and then we could just open up the channel a little bit, and we'd still be okay with the double bottom here. But the 15-minute is telling me that it wants to come on down. And let's zoom into the 15 and talk about it. So believe you me, I'm not 100. It's not all one way for me. Anything is possible. What I'm seeing here now, though, is very interesting. I feel like I'm seeing a bit of a diamond pattern. And the diamond technically broke in from the bottom, see? Which means it could break in, it would leave from the bottom too. You know what I mean? You could I'm trying to see how you could say it came in from the top. Could you do this and say it came in from the top, it's going to leave? But it's a bit of a diamond pattern if you ask me. And it could break to the downside. Not 100, it's not an amazing diamond, but there's some diamond vibes forming right there. I just want to kind of keep you guys preemptive. That is a bearish reversal pattern. It would reverse us back out of the channel to the downside. All right. Dial TV, thanks for showing him and all of us this long and beautiful road to finance freedom. Shout out to Dial TV. Thank you for the live. Who's Dial TV, man? Who's Dial TV? Man. Shout out to Josiah Jelowick. Who is Dial TV? Thanks for showing him and all of us the long and beautiful. I'm so confused. D Shuffle, BCH Broski, and thank you for all the sauce you give. Anytime, man. Anytime. I sold all my crypto today after listening to Savvy. I don't even like mentioning that guy's name. One time I called him out, and then he went on Twitter and said I used the N-word. That's what he did. He said I had put his wife down. He said the FBI was coming after me, and some law enforcement were going to pin my IP. I then called him out and said, don't you ever, ever do that to me and do that. I said, you better publicly come out and state. I said, I'm great. Let them find the IP because then they'll know it wasn't me. I've been vacationing with my mother. I said I would never do anything like that. I said, you better publicly come out and apologize for slandering me. He never did. He blocked me on Twitter and then never did. That man is a horrible person. I'm sorry. Not only is he bad at TA, he's a horrible person. Like, he did something to me that I will never, ever, ever, ever forget for the rest of my life. I don't care. I'm never going to, there's no retaliation. I really don't care. But I'm telling you, he did something absolutely horrible to me. He's insane. Yeah, he's insane. What he did is he went to my website, typed in the contact section, and started writing. Then he went to his own website and typed in contact section and said it was me doing it. Whatever he did, man. And the fact that he never came out and said, you know what, these allegations weren't true. Crypto Lifer never said these things. And I begged him, I DM'd him, I said, you need to come out and apologize for what you said about me. I said, you need to come out and say, I said, you slandered me. I called my lawyers. I had my lawyers on it. I'm being honest. And my lawyers were like, he says one more thing, we're going to send him a cease and desist. Like, I had Yale boys that cost 50 grand in retainer. They were going to eat him alive. I'm telling you right now. So, and that goes to anyone else that ever wants to defame me. I will not stand for it, you know? And again, I'm going to move on. But that man, for what he did personally, is a very, very horrible person, all right? And I'm moving on. But anyway, I'll never forget that. He did it to me in August. I'm sitting there with my family, and I'm seeing my name associated with you know what, and I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. So, yeah, he did something really, really horrible to me, and he never apologized for it at all. Never. So if you have that guy on your show, if you support that man, I cannot be friends with you. I really can't be friends. Like, I find it absolutely disgusting. You know what I mean? Some people don't know, and I guess they've had him on the show, so I'll give them a pass. But, dude, absolutely horrible. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And, look, we got Leverage Mastery class. If you want to learn how to really trade leverage, you know, I trade spot for years. I suggest you get spot heavy. I suggest you understand your emotions before you get into leverage at all. Yeah, so this is a big deal. You know what I mean? It's a very big deal. But let me bring this up here. Leverage Mastery, 2-hour video class. Become a Leverage Master. I sat in today. On Sundays, he's sitting with people, 3 weekly Zoom mentoring sessions, and he does like 2 hours. Dude, you'd have to pay $300 an hour to sit with me, $500 an hour. Anyone that's really super, and this guy got the sauce, man. I would never bring him into my group. I would never make him partners, man. This is my buddy, man, master friend. He listened to me. Then he took other concepts from ICT and he studied ICT top notch. Like, he went all the way in. Some people teach ICT, have no idea what they're talking about. He is spot on. He is spot on. He produces people that get funded regularly. So I'm just saying, the proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. The Purple Crew knows the deal. Danny D bought the dips, and now I'm rich. Danny D Bolt, I love you, brother. I'm working hard to get into the class, but this will blow your mind. Hit the QR code or the link below. It is $300. You do have to stay in my trading group. It's an added benefit, though, that I believe will blow your mind. And I found a teacher that can teach. He can put in the work, man. I'm telling you right now, I found a teacher that can teach, baby. And I'm telling you, man, I will work. I'm working for you right now, and I will work for you. All right? I'll be out there with a flag on the highway for you, man, because I love you. All right? And if you love me back 110% and we make a bond, you'll find I'm the most loyal person you've ever met in your entire life, man. I'm telling you right now. Aries are the most loyal sign in the zodiac. The Aries is the most loyal sign in the zodiac. You can look it up. You can Google it. You can research it. The Aries is the most loyal sign in the zodiac. We will follow you into a fire. We will risk our lives to save you. Once you're our friend, we will do everything it takes to make it happen. That is the Aries way. And that's the lifer way, baby. That's the lifer way. I'd run into a burning building to save your dog, man. Straight up. I did it once. I ran into a burning building once to save someone's house in Costa Rica. I really did. I can't believe it. I was drinking. I'm 25 years old with my dad. We got really cool with the neighbors. Super awesome. A guy named Jimmy P, and my dad was Jimmy Price, and this guy was Jimmy P, so they got along, of course. Jimmy P. And Jimmy P was like from Rhode Island, moved down to Costa Rica. Realized all these rich people in Herradura had all these fancy boats, but they couldn't get meat. So what he did, he'd go to Miami. He got the choicest meat. Get it all ready. He'd ship it to San Juan. Then he'd have to drive his crap, his Isuzu on a bumpy road 3 hours, get all the meat, drive it 3 hours back all the way down to Herradura, and then he would service all the fancy boats with all the fancy, ribeyes, and he made a killing. And that's what he did. And he was living across from the villa that we rented. He started coming over to our pool. We started talking to him. A couple days later, his house goes on fire. No lie. It's like 6 at night, 5 at night. It's just about to get dusk. House is on fire, dude. I go, go. I'm drunk, dude. I'm like 2 or 3 Coronas and a few hard drinks. My dad's like, whoa, what's going on? I'm like, dude, Dad, I'm like, get the fire. I'm like, get the garden hose. They get the garden hose. I grab it, dude. I run into this house. The second I run in, I've never been in a fire before. It's so hot that it hits me in the top. And my mind goes, get low, Sam, get low. I get low. I'm hitting it. Next thing you know, there's water on the floor up to my knees, and there's electronics everywhere. And I'm like, I'm going to die in here. Smoke all over the place. I see the fire. I'm hitting it with I'm nailing it. Dude, I doused the fire. I doused the bed. I saved this man's house, dude. I come out. My face is covered in soot. My dad's like, what are you doing? You could have killed yourself. The hell are you doing? I'm like, Dad, I felt bad. I didn't want to see his house go down. Dude, I go back in the next morning after I sober up, and I look at the place. The air conditioner was melted to the wall. And I ran in there, dude. And I saw all this electronics everywhere. I saw the water. I said, dude, I could have died. I looked at my dad. My dad was like, I don't know what you were doing going in there. He's like, I couldn't believe I saw you go in there like that. But dude, when I see someone in danger, or I see something that's not good, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do to make it happen. No matter what. Anyway, let's get back into the charts. But that's an Aries way, man. That's how we run this trading group. I put my best foot forward for each and every one of you. Anyway, let's move forward. You guys want to know about crypto. I get it. Who was this person you were just talking about? Jimmy P in Costa Rica. Yeah. Covered in soot. I'll never forget it. My whole face all black. Like, if you run into a fire, you will get covered in soot. Like, I didn't know this. Like, I've never ran into a fire before. That would be hopefully the first and the last time in my life. You know what I mean? First and every time. So, look, Bitcoin, I see a move to the upside. I'm calling along. Stop loss below here. I'm still in the long. And that's it. I really don't got to talk about Bitcoin enough. I gave you from the weekly all the way top down. The only thing we got to worry about is the 15-minute doing us in. So if the 15-minute could reset here on the Stokes or bend a little bit, let me zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm watching the 15-minute stochastics. They could come down on us. As long as they come down and we just get a little wick up and we don't lose the pattern and we don't lose this overall structure, we're going to be good to go, probably, likely for into tonight and into tomorrow morning for a possible pump to the upside. Also, bullish news for Bitcoin. As the ETF says, it's definitely going to get approved. Larry Fink tweets again. BlackRock talks again. ETF coming. Lifer, what do you think about JoyStream and Kaspa? We're going to talk about both those because I have a lot of money in both, or a lot of money out of both. Now, I need to get Kaspa again. It's definitely a long-term hold of mine. I sold it at 858. It's at 87. It's 0.02 cents away from my sell, right? So, oh well. If I jump back in, it's pretty even, Steven. But it's away from the 21 on the daily. It's very overbought. It got absolutely extended. Like, Bitcoin didn't get a run like this. It's absolutely extended. The daily likes to come back down to the 21 SMA, and it got resistance in 2 places. I looked at the 4-hour time frame. Look, you got resistance here and resistance here. But you are making somewhat of a bull pennant. What I did is I went to the last big pump, and I asked myself, did it ever look like this before in the last big pump? And I saw the 4-hour here, and I said, yeah, it made a beautiful triangle. The stochastics got low. If we went back in time, you'd be like, damn, I probably should be getting in right now. It's got low Stokes. It's making a beautiful pennant. It's about to pop, right? But what happened is the daily didn't look too good back then, right? The daily actually didn't look as bad there. But, and what happened was shoulder, head, shoulder. We had pumped really high. I believe the 3-day was really high at this point. Yeah, the 3-day was exhausted, see? Anyway, and again, even though it looked nice, I'm going to get rid of this as the replay tool. Even though it looked nice, we would get the massive dump to the downside. All right? And to the 200 SMA and then lower. So, again, only time will tell. If Bitcoin gets a pump, though, I feel like I don't see how Kaspa doesn't get dragged up at least to 12, even if it has to pull back. So if Bitcoin doesn't get the pump, it could still get the pullback, but you never know. All right? Is Fairdesk a good exchange to use? I don't know. They're all right. I don't know. I don't use them. I can't imagine meeting Sam in his 20s. Shout out to Fit for Business. Post a pic in the Discord, Bert. A lot more volume than we had then, though. Do you weigh that in? Not really. No, I really don't. I never really cared about that. I just look at price action. Price action tells me everything. Volume can teach me if there's a divergence. I just look for volume divergence. Like, look, price was falling down. Price is coming up. But even there, price started to fall down on that last tweak up. But so now what I see is resistance and resistance for Casper. So if Casper breaks both these zones, it's a nice long above 9.9 because then you know it broke through the resistance. However, there's some bearish div here playing out strong, and that's your high. The 3-day chart's getting overbought. The 2-day chart's overbought for sure. The daily wants to come back down on you and dump. And the daily is likely going to move all the way back down to the 21. That's what's going to happen. I go over this all the time on multiple ideas. But look, the 22 is reset nicely, and that's the one time frame that can throw me for a loop. And we could, if we open it up out of this, you could say the 22 is in a flag right here, ready to go to the upside. What I was thinking is, I made 15K on the last run. I probably made almost 20K in total. So what I could do is I could buy back Casper for 10 grand right now. If it takes a nasty dump, I can pile in for another 14,000, 15,000, and then that would be the last time I probably swing it and play with it again because it's been too much. I just want to leave it on the hardware wall at this point. It's been killing me for 2 days now watching this since I sold it on Friday night. You know what I mean? I've been like, you know, and even I know my stuff, but you're just, dude, when price action gets this crazy and an asset's out of control. So if you look at the 8 hour, the 4 hour, they're all looking nice, like a pump could coming. And this thing is also kind of, it's not a fork of Bitcoin, but it has a lot of the same aspects of Bitcoin. It was created kind of off of Bitcoin's, the idea of Bitcoin. It's a proof of work. So because of that, it kind of is an altcoin that can pump more with Bitcoin because it has a lot of Bitcoin attributes. All right, that's just one thing that we have to kind of take into account too. So it's got me on edge because I'm like, the bigger time frames say we're going to dump, but I also know that it could get pulled up if Bitcoin makes some massive move, right? And the 1 hour is super low right now. One thing about the trend though is there's your high, there's your low, there's your higher high, but then you made the low, lower high, low, lower high, you know, and it's almost got a descending triangle vibe to it. Just got some bearish, it's got some bearish tones. You know, that's a descending triangle. Descending triangles tend to break down. So here's the deal. I'm not going to ape in. And if it gets above this zone here, 9-1, then I'm going to be forced to probably nibble. Okay? Because it's going to tell me it's above a support or resistance. But, you know, I'm going to hold my zone, man. And also, now it's got a trend line that it can't seem to breach. And look, it's got an Adam and Eve double top. You see that? I see it coming down at least to this 200 SMA. You know what I mean? Despite how strong it looks. And then it had a bunch of pumps that weren't sustainable this weekend. So I'm not buying back in. I can't tell you what's going to happen. But my trader instincts tells me to hold the line. But it's really hard for me to do right now. Like, holding the line on Casper is extremely hard. I'll tell you that right now. It's not easy. It's taking all of my trader skill to just push it out of my head and stay strong. Polka City, gonna go nuts again. It probably could. Is it possible that GROK is the new Pepe? It hasn't gone down yet, and it keeps pumping. Isn't that funny since I put it out and talked about it? I mean, I'm not saying but we did look at it first. I like SRM right here. You know what I mean? It's gonna follow Solana, and you got the Solana pump. People are gonna sell Solana and start getting into these other coins, man. And these other coins are gonna be bought on the Serum Labs, which is the swap. Radium also likes to move. So I could see Radium and Serum both taking off this week for massive gains. I would watch this SRM idea here. Very likely to pump. I like this ascending triangle. And again, it could dump. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. But this looks like we're getting a move up to 946. But you never know. All right. But I'm still watching SRM because of the Solana ecosystem. And again, take my DeFi course, man. It's a beautiful MetaMask course. Let me show you. Some people don't even realize that I teach a course, right? And let me show you here. But if you go here and you go to my YouTube channel and you go to any one of my live streams, or any video really for that matter, but even today's live stream or any live stream, and you come down here, I do a course, right here, book appointee. And this is awesome. What people don't realize, you can book a one-on-one for $300 an hour. You can take my beginner's course for $150 the last Saturday of every month. You can do master leverage trading for $300 for 2 hours, and you also get the weekly streams every single week. But this is the DeFi for beginners, and it shouldn't even be DeFi for beginners. But this talks about how chains work. It breaks down DeFi for you. It explains all the premier swaps for each of the premier coins that we use. And I'm telling you, like, knowing Spooky Swap and Boo, like when Phantom pumps, Spooky Swap pumps, and therefore Boo pumps. And Boo's a coin on the Phantom Network that could do massive damage. So I bought some Boo recently, and I'm up now. You know, these are things you would learn in the MetaMask. So they actually help you trade because you understand the ecosystem better, which help you put in better, you know, which helps you put in, you know, more action. Cash just feels Cash just feels solid compared to all the other else. Somewhat special about it. It's solid, but it still had a bigger pump than everything else. I sold 25% of my Casper bag, then got nervous and bought back in where I sold. Casper is a funny one. Yeah, I see you. The key word there was got nervous. See, no, that's fear. Nervous is a sense of fear. We got to learn how to push fear out of our lives and only use conviction in our, you know, in our plans. We got to stick to our plans no matter what. All right. Anyway, moving forward. So, Casper doesn't look amazing to me. I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest. Let's take a look at all the super chats coming in right now. We got a bunch. We got MINA. We got ACH. Let's take a look at MINA protocol, the smallest blockchain in the game. You could put it in like on your phone. It takes a picture of a picture. So I talk about MINA breaking out. I showed you I circled probably a golden cross here. Let me see where I circled it. Maybe on the 22 or the daily. Probably was the 22 because I like them. Or maybe the daily. Yeah, so right there, I'm circling the fact that we're going to get a golden cross. Maybe it was the 8 hour. No, maybe it was the 1 hour. No. I usually circle it wherever it's about to happen. Anyway, what I was trying to teach you was MINA had a golden cross coming. The golden cross is absolutely boom to the upside. This is a little messy on the smaller time frame. Let me go to the daily. But I'm talking about how the 50-day crosses the 2. See right there, I probably circled this. Yeah, the 50 was coming for the 2 on the daily. It told me we were going to get a pump. Whenever I see the 50 coming up towards the 200 SMA, it tells me the price action's likely going to get a move. Look at this cup and handle. I could see MINA continuing to the upside. And look, ever since I put it out, MINA's up for gains. Did I send this to the trading group? Usually I do. MINA. And maybe it was just a live stream idea. Dang, I don't see it. But definitely probably put it out on the live stream. I made a video about MINA a long time ago. I really did. Look at this video I made for MINA protocol. I made this video such a long time ago, it's insane. And I broke down what MINA does, everything about MINA. Look, 2 years ago. This video is all about MINA and teaches you everything you need to know about MINA. And this was this is back in the day. When I used to rock the Crypto Lifer hoodie. But this video will tell you every 17-minute video about MINA protocol. Blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. It'll teach you everything you need to know about MINA protocol. I'm telling you right now. It'll blow your mind. All right? So if you want to learn more about MINA, jump on in there. It'll be awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening to MINA and is it going to extend? I'm going to delete all my other work here. But look, it's already up. Ooh. Nope, I don't want to hear that. I think that was this morning, right? Yeah, that was this morning. Love the tie and I love how this shirt matches. I never thought about putting the cream with the cream before. All right, anyway, I know you don't care. So MINA is up nicely already. Nice 22% gain. So I'm going to delete everything here because it looks messy at one point. But look at that cup and handle, right? And the golden cross coming. And it tells me that MINA is going to do something like this and likely move to the upside even more. Only a matter of time now for MINA. And again, I'm looking at situational TA, right? Like I'm gaming right now. Like I can see that 200 just got the cross. So that's a golden cross. There's a cup and handle here. Look for it to extend sideways into the handle. Make a bit of a handle here, and boom. I see MINA making a move here to the upside, all right? And again, I could be wrong. I don't own any MINA. I didn't get paid to talk about MINA. This isn't a paid promotion. I do not shill coins. I just go over whatever I see technical analysis-wise. I'm a nerd. I really like TA. I really do. And look, everywhere I saw it was the Adam and Eve double bottom. It was slanted, it was twisted, but it was there. No matter what, it was there. It was insane, and then it booms. It's the most lovely pattern in the game if you can find a way to find it. And then once you learn patterns, you're able to twist them and bend them like the Matrix. You're able to see patterns in a way you never thought possible. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. So MINA looks absolutely beautiful to me. 67 cents for MINA. And this target could take us, from the bottom of the pattern. If we get lucky at another 65-cent buy, I see MINA all the way back up to a bean not too long from now. So MINA on my radar. I put a line here with Alt-V. Then I right-click it. And I hit add alert on it. Once the alert's on it, I'm going to know when that thing passes the alert, and then MINA, baby, MINA. Thank you for MINA. And if you're at work right now, driving a bus, doing whatever you are, crane operator in another part of the world, and you can't make it to the live stream, we get it. We understand. I post this stuff right now to the trading group, so you're privy. Also, you should be setting alerts. Every time I set an alert, you should be setting alerts. If you're not making money, if you are struggling in the trading group, and you're not setting alerts when I set alerts, that's the number one. There's one reason right there. If you're not posting charts regularly, it's another reason. If you don't have a trade diary where you're writing down your trades, at least your positions and what you're thinking is going to happen to the trade, and keep it on your desk every day so you can reassess it and go over it. These are 3 things that I need, that you should be doing if you want to make it in this game. You should be using all my alert every time I put out a coin. Like right now, I just put MINA out. If you see that and you're watching the game football and you don't go to your computer and you do it later, that's just straight lazy. All right, I'm going to call it out. If you're doing that and then you're complaining that you're not making any gains, or you're whining, why did I get liquidated? Also, if you're leverage trading without doing demo, over 50 to 100 demo leverage trades, you're out of your mind. That's like racing Indy 500 for the first time without taking one practice around the... You have to demo trade if you're going to leverage trade. I'm telling you right now. You've got to learn how to use the money when the market's moving like this. Otherwise, you are going to very likely lose every penny. Maxi gives you 50 grand of demo trading. And again, people say, but it's not real money. It doesn't access. But at least you can learn how to use leverage, how to get in and out. You might even just hit the short button instead of the long button one day. I've done it. It's happened sometimes. You look away, you just out. You know what I mean? It can happen. These things can happen. You'd rather make these mistakes in a demo account, okay? Trust me. Just get affiliated with the program first with free money. Everyone jumps in with money right off the bat. I never understand that. Everything else in life, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go fight some karate expert without going to karate school first. Like, they wouldn't go drive the Indy 500 200 miles an hour without taking a car 15 miles an hour around the neighborhood. But people see money in cryptocurrency and TA, and I just, no hold back, no thought process, just all in. It's insane. I don't know where that thought process comes from. You know what I mean? I don't know why they don't think you got to learn something before you can do it. I guess because money's involved, they think it's different. They're going to get lucky. Something special is going to happen to them. It's just, nope, not me. But look, see how this is making a rising wedge that could break up parabolically? It's starting to show that it really well might. See how the 50 is coming for the 200? And this thing's just been in a crazy uptrend. And look, now that it broke above the 200 SMA, all you got to do is wait for this to come and touch the 21. Once the 21 crosses that 200 SMA, this thing is gone. ACH to the upside. And again, I can kind of tell you, this is a secret sauce that I'm going to give you. I go over so many altcoins on my live stream. And when you go over multiple charts, it's kind of like asking a bunch of people the same question at a town, right? And they're all going to answer somewhat differently, but eventually you're going to get somewhat of a consensus, right? You're going to get an idea of what's happening in the overall macro sense of the town, because you're going to get all these different people saying all these different things. We got beautiful double bottom to play it out too. I mean, just nice. You could look at this as a cup and handle too, semi-cup and handy to the upside. I mean, it's just... What I teach you, I'm telling you right now, is gold, baby, gold. And when I first came out with the semi-cup and handy, people didn't get me. They didn't know what was going on. But we ring bells now. We've hit so many gains that people that just glance at what I do have seen that I've made gains. Like, people that just want to even somewhat just follow along are like, all right, the guy's a monster. He posts constant gains. Like, he doesn't stop. And then he produces monsters of it like himself. Like, I have 4 elites that have been with me now for over 3 years that have dedicated their lives to my group. They really have. And I've dedicated my life to them, and that's why they want to be here with me. And this is the real deal, Holyfield, man. We do it every single time. We don't play. So I see ACH just touching that 21, making a flag, and possibly getting a beautiful move to the upside. Watch for the stochastics to reset. Price action to go sideways. And we might not even do this. We might do something like this too. We might do one of these two things. But either way, I see a big flag coming here. And I see ACH coming somewhere to either 3 cents and 3 3/10 of a cent. 33, baby, on ACH. So I would watch this consolidate nicely. You know, you can pull a Fibonacci here if you want, but we kind of already wicked down to the golden pocket there. When Bitcoin did that nasty move, a lot of people got in 15 cents. They're already up, or 0.15. They're already up at 21. They're up 7 on the 15. They're up a third already. Pretty insane. Up 50% actually. So I see ACH going sideways. I put an alert here and alert here just so I can get 2 alerts on it. All right. What I also do, I'm going to show you something really nifty. I put an alert down here on the stochastics RSI, like right here too. If this goes a little lower to the dotted line, I want to know about it. Or somewhere right there, I want to know about it. I got an alert down there waiting for me too. And now I'm locked and loaded. All right, now I'm locked and loaded. I would not be surprised if HEH does some serious. Look at this giant double bottom. Oh my God. That has a measured move. So zoom out to boom out, right? That's got a bit of a measured move. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong piece. From the neckline there. And that tells me we could see ACH somewhere up at like 7 cents. All right. I still own some of this. I bought it a long time ago. Alchemy Pay. You know, we'll see what happens. I got a funny little Coinbase account with some random stuff in it. You know what I mean? Just one day I just kind of went in on it. And, you know, some of these things are, some of them up, some of them are down. It depends. But even my Coinbase account has been ripping. And that's the one I don't even care about or pay attention too much. But, like, I mean, that's not true. I buy Bitcoin there and spot stuff. But look, the 21 crossing the 200 is a very bullish sign for me. That's a preemptive golden cross. That's the pre-golden cross before you get the bigger golden cross. Bitcoin back at 37,240. Really strong signs because that 15-minute was I want that 15-minute to get pinned by the 4-hour. The 4-hour should really take over. I see the 4-hour taking over and a massive pump coming tomorrow. I really do. That's what the charts convey to me. It's not what I think. It's not what I believe. The charts are conveying that a big move is coming for Bitcoin. And again, I could be wrong. Anything is possible. This HEH looks absolutely beautiful for me. Let's take a look at FTT, which has not stopped mooning. Kind of like a dirty token. I'm like, I don't want to touch it, but I mean, who cares, right? Again, let me teach you. I had it down here. I was looking at some type of bullish move and it didn't really play out there. That might have been But again, look at this cup with a handle. Unbelievable, right? There's your handle right there. The 200 SMA, the 50 was coming for the 200. So if you go back in time, this is what I just showed you, an algorithm. I just showed you this in Algorand. It's coming. Like the golden cross is coming. All I do literally is once I see the golden cross is coming, I put what I'm willing to lose with no stop. I'll be honest, but the stop, it is a stop loss because I'm putting what I'm willing to lose. So listen, say I put 10 grand in, and I don't want to lose more than 500. So I set my stop loss to lose 500, and 500 is my threshold. Say someone was worth 500 grand. All right, $500,000. Say your trading account is 500 grand. You times that by 0.01, it tells you that you could lose 1% per trade. You could lose $5,000 per trade. All right, and you'd have to lose 100 trades to lose your entire portfolio. Okay. So I dull that down to 0.01. Like if you take 500 grand and you take 0.1% of the portfolio, which is 0.001, that gives me $500. So I'll put $500 in FTT. When I see that the 50's coming, I'll put 500 to 1,000. I'll be honest with you. I'll put 500 to 1,500, depending, because I'm willing to lose all that. I don't care. You know what I mean? And again, I know I may be sounding rude, but where I'm at financially, that's okay for me. You may be in a different place. You may be way bigger than me. You may be like, I risk freaking $2 grand. This guy's, I'm worth a couple mil. Like, you might be worth 10 mil. You might be worth 5 grand. I don't know what you're worth. And again, it doesn't matter to me. What I'm teaching you is just kind of what I'm doing. So I will blindly buy when I see the 50 coming for the 200. And in a situational move like this where the market is ripping, it's just so likely you're going to get paid. All right. I've been doing it for a while now. Look at that thing. It's just out of control. And again, you're not always going to get a straight shot like that, but that was insanity. Like, that was 4 days of just absolute insanity, up 334%. I mean, that's insane, right? So now what? Now you want to ride that horse, right? Now you're like, what happened? I missed the boat. I want to get down. What's happening? So you got to kind of see that it's like this. Almost want to put it like that. But, we'll do the right thing and show the symmetrical triangle that edged out here and got tight. And there's talks about them reviving, getting people their money back. Look, shoulder, head, and kind of a right shoulder there, a slanted, inverted. And then you got to look at a 4-hour time frame, which looks absolutely lovely. Then you can pull a fib. Then you can pull a Fibonacci from here to here. You hit the golden pocket with a double bottom. I mean, that's insane. And then I also go for the hidden bullish divergence. I mean, that swings down while that swings up. It tells me this thing's going to continue. I know you think I'm nuts, but this says it's going to $7. It really does. I don't think that's possible, but who cares what I think? It doesn't matter. You know how many times I thought something? I do what the charts tell me to do. The charts tell me this thing is going to moon. All right? Falling volume with falling price. And then the measured move is to 729, right? 724. I see this continuing to the upside. It breached a previous resistance, which is now going to be a support right here. So as long as you stay above 365, I don't see why you're not going to go to the next high here at 480. And then once you breach that, I mean, you're going to 724. So I don't like the token. I'm not all about it. But I'm just a TA guy, and that tells me that the TA is going to play out. That thing is money right now. All right. Someone wants to talk about TRAC, which is Origin Trail, right? And again, this looks a lot like what we just talked about for FTT. They look very similar. It's doing the double. Look, they look identical. It's doing the double bottom. These look almost identical. It's doing the double bottom on the golden pocket, like right above it, actually. May have wick to it. You can almost say that was your impulse there from this wick there, and you're basically in the spot, you know? This could continue. Let's take a look at our daily, though, and our 2-day. Wow, even the daily is a little, 2-day's a little high. See, the bigger time frames are getting exposed. That's kind of what, but this is what happens in a rally. The bigger time frames will get exposed, and the smaller time frames will continue to clean up. It'll be nuts. This does look like it may get a bit of a pump here. I'm being honest with you. It's not amazing. I wish it was a little less of a descending triangle kind of vibe here, but it's tight in the channel. The moving averages are where they want to be. And this is on KuCoin, everybody. I don't believe it's on MEXC. This thing could make a massive move to the upside, possibly to 3670. All right. So TRAC, man, this could do some serious damage to the upside. Let's take a look here. I believe you're spot on. Looks like you were trained by the lifer, possibly. I love you guys, because I'll see people that are watching my stream for a long time. Then they'll put out a thing and they'll be like, well, it's like my sauce. And I'm like, well, this guy's using the sauce. You know, he can see what I see. Also, there's a POC right there. If you get above the point of control on the VRVP, which is going to be the level at 30 cents, you're gone. So look for this. You know what? I'm going to put an alert right here, right above the POC. If this alert goes off, my goodness. My goodness. Super Sam, what do you think on Sol? Looking resilient. Shout out to my man. Thank you for the $100,000. Wow. And I just want to know what IDR is. Currency IDR. Indonesian rupee, right? You just gave me the Indonesian rupee. Wow, so we got people from Indonesia sending Indonesian rupees to me. I am international. I've gotten coins from all around the world. I mean, it gets converted by Google, but I mean, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the $100,000 in Indian rupees. And that's inflation right there. How did they get to 100,000 rupees? Because they probably printed the money to the point of no return. Just like the $1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar, you know, all this stuff. It's happened again to many, many people. But TRAC looks absolutely beautiful to me on KuCoin. All right. And some people are like, why do I need to join the group if you just give all these calls out? Because there's so much more happening in the group than just these calls. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of calls you will miss that we don't put out. So as much as this is fun, and, you know, we put out other things too as well, and we give you the insight. We also have weekly screen shares. We deep dive. We get ready for weeks ahead. Like, we started building Caspa bags before everyone else. Like, we started talking about it. There's just so much going on. Someone said BRC20 TRAC, not the original TRAC. Well, he didn't say that, so too bad. You know what I mean? I'm not here to figure out what they're saying. You know what I mean? But again, maybe that was the super chat. Hold on. Maybe you're right. Hold on. You probably saw something. I won't be facetious here. Let me see. Paying dues for TA Nugs that got me paid. Shout out to Jamal Antonio for the 3-3. We love you. Algo, please. KUJI, Kujera, which keeps pumping from After Hours Investing. SNT status, much love. Algo, thank you so much. Flying Blind Bum. Shout out to Jamal Antonio. Shout out to Air to the Ron. Shout out to the British Perspective. Is Zen about to explode? Please. Dial TV. Who is Dial TV, Jose? I don't get that. I was hoping someone would explain that to me. Maybe you could DM me. Your hard work and dedication is dedication to what you do changed my life. Appreciate all your hard work every single day, Sam. God bless you. Lifers love you very much, man. Shout out to Lodge's Divergence for the Canadian $27. And you guys got me to $115 in chat revenue. You paid for the bowling today with my kids. Thank you so much. WAXP USDT, please. God bless everybody. And thank you so much, Sammy. Vitality B. Wow. Wow. I didn't even. Oh, my God. $5. Got my popcorn. We're looking at Mina tonight. Shout out to Tori. Bang, bang, bang. Timmy versus NWO. Is ACH a good project? It's not bad. I don't know much about it, honestly. It's still around. It has a good team. I'll tell you that. The lifers are loving these gains. Dude, that was a $50 super chat. The IDR, the 750,000. Wow, that was a $50 super chat you just gave because it just went from 115 to 168. Wow. The lifers are loving these gains. Let's go. Can you look at FTT when we get to the alts? Thank you, brother. Shout out to Jason Riggs for the $5 super chat. Rocket Dog, who's been with me since I had, what, maybe like 100, like 500 subscribers, Rocket Dog? TRAC TA would be appreciated. Can you check MC USDT Sensei? Josiah Jelowick. Wax USD and Ivan 10 broke for the 10. Vitality B. You know, and I just want to mention everyone that's fan funding right now. Nathan Ward for the $5. XRP, he says. Kyle Vero, God bless everyone in the live. Love to you all. Amazing. Vitality B gifting 5 memberships. So if you can jump on into the memberships, that'll be awesome. Turn yourself green today. All right. And I'm almost done, everyone. Josiah Jelowick did it again. Dial TV, thanks for showing him and all of us this long and beautiful financial freedom. Shout out to Dial TV. Thank you for the live. Amen. BC Broski, and thank you for all the sauce. Oh, maybe Dial TV told you about me. Is that kind of what it is? Shout out to IC54 who talked about Tau. Hey, Sam, can you do TA on SHIB, please? Wow. Bitcoin Cash. The demands are heavy on a man tonight. SNT, Algo, Flying Blind Bun, Jamal Antonio, FKX, and everybody that gave fan funding. I hope I got everyone. FKX, FXS as well. Super Sam, what do you think on Soul? And then another one came in here. Indonesia loves you, Super Sam. You're the man and continue to change lots of lives, especially mine. Keep up the good work, man. Changing lives around the world. You guys are going to make me cry. If you told me I was going to change the lives of people in Indonesia, in the Philippines, in Morocco, in Canada, in Vancouver Island, baby, man, this is why I did it every day, man, because I knew that my light, my bright, positive energy was going to push through, and we were going to change the world. We already did change the world. I know if I passed tomorrow, and I hope I'd known, God keep me good, but I would have done my task, man. I would have inspired as many people as I could have with my life. Man, God bless you all. Thank you so much for everything. Let me have a sip of water here. In Jamaica, you are well known here. Are you kidding me? I'm well known in Jamaica? Yo, man, I'm going to visit all these people, all these places, and just like give dap to all the lifers, man, around the world. All the lifers, thank you. Your Sir C, Southeast Asia, has your back. Wow, man. And Dial TV, God bless you, Dial TV, man. Wow. Home of the Bitcoin ETF. I know, right? Bitcoin bull run. Amen. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I love you so much, Crypto Billy, man. Honestly, like, I consider you, bro. I'm gonna say something crazy, but since my dad left, man, like, I'm gonna be calling you, man. I'm gonna be using you as a mentor and support system, brother. You are now my godfather, all right? I have domed you my godfather. You are the crypto godfather, and I hope you can accept that from me. When I'm in a rut, when something's going up and down, one of the first calls I'm gonna make is to you, man. I'm telling you right now. I feel such a strong bond with you, bro, and you've always coasted me in the right. I swear you were dropped in my life in Austin, Texas, because of God, man. I know it in my heart. Like, funny, I saw you simply dressed, you know, just playing it low key. I said, who is this guy? And, you know, and something about me, something told me that you know, that there was, I mean, I already kind of had a feeling of who you were, but after meeting you, man, unbelievable. Thank you so much for everything, brother. Do a poll. Do a poll. The real one knows the lifers worldwide. Subscribe and become part of the lifer community. Yeah, bro, of course, man. You're the man, Sam. Ohio, USA, man. Amen. Alyssa, that's straight. Awesome that you do that. And I can't even see what you're saying, but, yo, the chat is out of control. Anyway, let's get back into the super chats. They are they are heavy. You know, if we, I'll take them here, and I'm going to have to copy paste them. I think there's more than that, man. I swear there was more than that, but maybe not. It looked like there was, though. I feel like I called out like 50 of them. But I got to copy these. And Sean, don't worry. I'm going to message you right now. But I'm just messaging you these so I can have them in a message. Because I know you can see it. And I'll use Master Friend, huh? I'm already open there with Master Friend. That way it's easy for me. All right. So I'd set alerts on TRAC. And if it is the other one, I'll go to it too. We'll try to get it all done for you. All right. Thank you so much for the love, dude. This has been unbelievable. I can't believe it. And we did hit the gain that I put out this morning. So another beautiful call from the lifer. Like, we did hit the gain that I put out this morning. Also, Token Metrics starts coming out right now. Wow. They like Sol, Tron, and Link. They're both giving them 80 rank, like they're going to continue to pump to the upside. I'm telling you right now, they may even Phantom's on the deal. Hedera, Polygon. It looks like a big move is coming. This market, even the token metrics, machine learning is screaming that a big move could be coming for Bitcoin. Right now, they're trying to keep us paddled in between 38K and 36.5. Like they're just trying to play some game here with the liquidity. But we know what's most likely going to happen. All right, and we're ready if it doesn't. If it goes down, I'm going to be able to switch short at the right time, everybody. I've been trained, all right? I've been trained in the arts. Let's take a look at WAX USDT, which is also WAXP. A lot of times, I don't know why, but you have to put a P there. That's like its ticker is WAXP, but it's WAX. I don't know why it does that, but it's WAXP everywhere. So look, I got WAX in this rising wedge. Now, it's an NFT project that I really liked. I got it in early back in the day. They did a deal with Hot Wheels, which was so hot. I was a big Hot Wheels kid. I had, some problems as a kid with discipline. And so my parents would get me the Matchbox car in a box. It actually came in this box. Let me see if I can see the box. Show me. There's the box right there. Yeah. See these yellow boxes? No. Where's the yellow box? No. There it is. See. Came in these beautiful little yellow boxes, right? This guy's got them on Etsy. And there was this place that had all of them against the wall. I can't remember where it was. I think it was somewhere in Western Mass. I still can't remember where my dad brought me. I would love to know. This is something I would have loved to ask my dad right now. And he would have been able to tell me. But when I did good in school, because I had to get this behavior report card because I was out of control, but I was super smart and they tried to hold me back. My dad said, no way, my son's smart. Give him an IQ test. I passed the IQ test. And so every week, if I got all fours, my dad would buy me one of these cars. They were like, I think even back then, they were like $3. The classic ones were a little more expensive. And I must have had like 80 of these things, and these yellow boxes were everywhere. And God bless my dad, man. He'd bring me to get these cars. My dad died in May. Some moments it hits you so hard. Just give me a second. I'm all right. Shake it off, baby. All right, so take a look here. So I'm looking at this, man, and I keep stops below this level. But see that flag there? This tells me Wax is about to make some massive gains, man. Massive gains. 48% possibly coming for Wax, right? And the target is 9.9, almost 10 cents. And I have an alert when it crosses this path. But I even like that right there as a possible entry. And if Bitcoin decides to rip, this whole market, I'm telling you, is going to rip to the point of no return. There's going to be a massive moves. And Bitcoin back at 37,230 is really awesome right now. You know what I mean? So Bitcoin could get all the way here to 999, right? At 4.8, right? And that's just something that we're looking at, all right, for Wax. So thank you for the Wax idea. I already had it out. I've already been looking at it for my trading group, but Wax looks absolutely beautiful to me. Now, again, if Bitcoin takes a huge dump, it could dump every single setup that we're looking at. And remember I was saying when you ask everyone something in a town and you get a consensus? Well, I'm bringing that up, and why I'm bringing that up is because when I look at all these altcoins, it tells me, it gives me a sense of the market. Like if all the altcoins are looking bullish and I see a bunch of setups, it kind of is telling me that Bitcoin's going to break out. You can't, and again, there's no guarantees with my trading stuff. I don't do that guarantee stuff. And I don't say it has to or it's going to. But I've done this many times in my life. And when I see the altcoins scream, the market, it tells you what's going to happen. Looking at all these altcoins is very similar to looking at the total market cap, right? And it kind of gives you a sense. I'd set alerts on WAXP on the 8-hour time frame out the rising wedge to the upside, right? And this is what it was. I mean, people that didn't watch my stream in the bull run, it was crazy. $168 in chat revenue. I was making like $200 to $300 in super chats every single day. I mean, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. It's just insane. Like, I never thought I never realized all the things that were going to happen when I started this channel, ever. So remember, I talked about XRP breaking out, right? I talked about acting like it never broke out of the pattern, acting like it was going to break out. And I had my measured move all the way to 81 for XRP. Look at the 666s. Ooh. That's actually, they say that's sun, sun, sun. And it's actually, it means sun, sun, sun. It's actually a positive thing. Well, you can type in 666 means sun, sun, sun. Watch this. The angel number, meaning and symbolism isn't explained. So it's not, they demonize this, but it's not. It has commonly been associated with the beast of Revelation, right? With the book of Revelation. All right. Anyway, I'll get into deep stuff, but, you know, the popular belief, angel number 66 provides positive insight and can also resemble power, meaning that if people see it, it's not always a bad thing. I mean, this is just something I found in that, not on some article, but on some real deep dive nonsense, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that they want you to believe 666 is evil, but it's got a positive angel connotation. Anyway, that's a whole nother live stream. All right. That's a whole nother channel. All right. All right, let's take a look at XRP now. I just wanted to, you know, I still see it going up. I'm not trying to, you know, say I don't, but I just wanted to go over this with a clean slate. I haven't looked at it clean in a long time. So go to the moving averages, go to like the weekly, and take a look at XRPZ. The one, and you could always trade XRP on KuCoin. They never gave a dang. You know what I mean? You got to love that about the kooks. You know, KuCoin, man, they didn't give a dang. KuCoin. I always like that. KuCoin. Anyway, I mean, it's kind of a Sammy cup and handy, right? You got this kind of long cup. You got a bit of a cup here, right? And nobody else does the weekly candle close, even though it's so needed. You know what I mean? They're busy watching football. You know what I mean? Like, it matters. Come on, man. You think whoever wins the game tonight is going to change your life? No, but these coins will. So the weekly's just getting started and crossing the dotted line. A lot of times when the weekly just crossed the dotted line, a huge move. That's when we just got right there. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw this thing moon. And, like, it could get all the way up to this next resistance. Even at we could see 132 XRP. Like, we could start seeing some serious prices for XRP. What if this is the rally where people were heavily in the money when it just gets started and it just keeps ripping and it makes people like, it could be a super rally. It really could. Again, when you take this line from this line, you're also at a 618 golden pocket. You whip down to the 786 on that crazy move, which that gave everyone a massive accumulation zone for Bitcoin. I mean, for any coin. And then it broke out on the weekly. So let's kind of zoom back into the daily. And so look, now the daily's flagging out. I mean, that's beautiful. Let's set our support and resistance lines on the daily time frame. And then remember, we got this trend line that played out. And this was the ascending triangle that I had built for you. And I said, forget that it even went out. It's probably going to break out again. It double bottom there. 1, 2. You can see that's a cup and a handle to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy. That's why I use it so much, because it's so amazing. It produces the biggest gains of anything I've ever seen in any market. The cup and handle. All right? All right, now let's take a look here. Look, 6666. This is pretty interesting, right? Previous resistance becoming support. That's an SR flip right there, okay? They already kind of went after the people that stop hunted. That was that little stop hunt there when that nasty dump occurred, you know, a little nasty dump, 2-3 days ago. So now I see this in a flag, and I see XRP. I mean, that's a huge, you know, whenever I see a really long pole, pause, all right? No homo. I get excited. You should too. Anyway, I took a nasty dump. Oh man, come on, man. Much love, British Columbia. Come on, grow up, man. Let's serious. Like, my wife's watching. She's pregnant. Like, she's gonna think you have no class, man. Is that really who you want my wife to think you are? Clean up your act, man. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. If they meet Morning Star, I would have said Morning Star, not Sun. Lucifer was never called the Morning Star. He was called the Son of the Morning. You've been lied to. Jesus was the Morning Star and didn't believe those new. Oh yeah. I don't want to get into that. So I'll have a whole nother conversation. People get really offended. One time I said one thing and like people just got. So I've stayed away from like religious talk on the channel. Besides, I love God. And I appreciate God, and if you believe in God, I'm with you. And I'm with what you guys are saying, 100%. I've learned that it's just not good for business to get into anything with Jesus' name. It gets, anyway. I'd love to have that discussion at another time. Tomorrow night is Spaces at 8 on my Twitter account. Tomorrow night is Spaces at 8. And join the newsletter right now. I'm telling you right now, you got to join the newsletter. Why? Look, there's 3 pinned links here. One is to join the trading group, CryptoLifer.com. And if you join, once you join, a newsletter prompt will come out, and it'll ask you to join the newsletter. Also, super excited that the website is faster than fast. That makes me so happy. I didn't understand why my website was slow. It was kind of annoying me because everyone else had a fast website but me. Now my website, look how fast I appear there. I love that. Sammy just shows up. But dude, this is amazing. It's not even my favorite picture, but it's a good picture, right? I think I've looked way better in other pictures. I let my team do a lot of this stuff, man. I'm too busy. You know what I mean? I'll let them pick the pictures. I'll let them tell me what to do. I'm too busy. But they did a great job, man. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everyone that works with me and helps my dreams come true. I hope I can make your dreams come true too. Vicariously through, not vicariously, but I can actually make your dreams come true. Eventually, if you have any ideas, I would love to fund them. Anyone that supported me throughout this whole time. Now, Bitcoin back to 148 after all that. And it's the 15-minute. The 15-minute is against us right now. It's not amazing. It's the bearish. It's the one most bearish, But again, it looks like we could just make this falling wedge. There's a chance we could still break on out, but only time will tell. We'll see. We could stay above the point of control and boom too, so anything could happen. But we did get that beautiful pump right at the beginning of the stream with the candle close, and then just, Asia just fell off. They didn't want to go all the way. I don't know what they did. I don't know what's happening. So XRP looks very bullish to me. And again, the bigger time frames are going to start getting extended. That's going to happen. The go-to is going to be the 4-hour, the daily. Even the 1 hour is going to help us a lot here in these situational moves for Bitcoin and all these other altcoins. Flip on back on the moving averages. We want the 21. That tells me we might get a move down. See how curving that is? It's not the best sign. So we could come back in here. What we don't want to do is just break back inside the pattern. But we could definitely come and touch this area here for support, and if we retest. So I'll put an alert here. And I'm going to put an alert on this blue line, on this at that level too. Why? Because we could get a rip up. If we cross that, I hold XRP 10,000 USD. I don't even know how much I have right now, but it's a good 66 XRP, man. To see XRP at 66 cents makes me a happy man. That's beautiful. Whenever XRP is above, not 30 cents for a year, I'll take it. You know what I mean? And look, that's a cup and handle beginning to form too. There's your cup. There's your handle for the move to the upside. Sammy cup and handy. So I do see a big move happening for XRP. Set alerts on XRP. All right. Now I'm going to get into Bitcoin Cash, Tau, and SHIB. Wow, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How do you do 50 super chats in a half an hour? You just got to do one at a time. And we were up to 1,000 people on the live. Why did they jump on out? Right when, you know what I mean? If you're not setting alerts, you're not going to get paid, period. You might, that's not saying you could still get paid, but it's going to be a lot harder. Set alerts. Learn to set alerts. Don't be that guy. I was in a trading group. My mentor would be like, set alerts, and I didn't set alerts for a year. Almost 2 years, and then I was like, and the guy was like, dude, what are you doing? And finally I was like, dude, I'm a clown. I was struggling because I refused to listen to the mentor. The guy made millions of dollars, bought a Lamborghini, and I refused to listen. It's just insane. You know what I mean? Don't do what I did. Don't do the same idiotic stuff that I was doing. Learn from me and get it in. I'm 40 years old. I'm not playing games with you guys. I love you. I want to see you survive and make it in this game. I don't want to see you getting wrecked and liquidated. Bitcoin Cash likes to follow Bitcoin. It used to follow it way better. Doesn't seem to follow it as much anymore. Has a different ticker some other places, but I'm trying to see if they have it on MEXC. They have perpetual futures on MEXC, but they don't have Bitcoin Cash regularly. Sometimes MEXC will have the futures, but not the actual coin. It happens sometimes. So if you want to trade it on leverage, you can trade it on MEXC. All right. So Bitcoin Kashish. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. It had that huge run up. Remember, 2 or 3 months ago, it had a massive run up from 140 all the way up to 320. And then since then, it's been kind of dwindling. Dwindling, 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 right? Let's take a look here on the daily. Let's look. The daily's super oversold. I like what I'm seeing, you know? And again, I'll be honest, I have a weird relationship with this coin because it was one of the biggest trades I ever made in crypto in 2017. I got in at $600. It went to $2,700. I even bought a little bit at 300 and sold a little at 7. But this thing, in like a week, it went up to $2,700. This thing was huge. And Bitcoin was like $5,000. This was, and there was a chance that, you know, there was a chance that there was going to be a major, like the miners were going to switch to Bitcoin Cash. And Roger Ver almost got Bitcoin Cash to become the Bitcoin. And there was going to be the SegWit 2X. And it was the most stressful time of my life because I was like, which one is the Bitcoin? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I picked the real Bitcoin. And I figured everyone was out of their minds. They also give you the airdrops. However Bitcoin you got Bitcoin Gold. You got Bitcoin Diamond. You got Bitcoin Black. You got all these forks of Bitcoin for free. And Bitcoin Gold went up to like 500 a coin. And if you had 10 Bitcoins that you bought at like $500 just a year before, next thing you know, a year later, you're getting $2,500 in Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold was hot. I'm telling you, this is crazy stuff. This looks like one of the simplest trades of my life. An easy 80%. I don't like using easy, but it's simple. I like using the word simple. Doesn't have to be easy, but it could be simple. We're going to look at Tau and SHIB after this, see if I can remember those. Wow, you guys are putting me to the limit here. Bitcoin Cash. Daily looks amazing. Like, that looks nice, honestly. That looks real nice. Like, absolutely beautiful. And again, we could take a beat down. You never know. Stop somewhere, protective stop somewhere here with the 200 SMA. But that trade just looks so lovely. Look at that. And you could buy this on Coinbase too. It doesn't have to be on KuCoin. You know, you can buy it anywhere, really. This coin is everywhere. All right. Let me see if they have it on spot. AVAX getting a little bit of a sell-off there from the high at 19. So what I want to look at is BCH, no Bitcoin Cash. There it is. Yeah, they have it. I knew they would have it spot. I like that thing, man. I would swing it, though. I wouldn't hold a long term. Just a complete swing trade. You know what I mean? Make $4,000 real quick. I like it. Now, if the market dips, it's going to dip on me. And what I'll do is, if this trade goes up and I make the 88%, I'm going to put the whole boatload back into Bitcoin. So that's $8K back into Bitcoin. I'll double the $4K. That's my plan. I'm going to go in spot. Well, I'm going to show you actually how to use this on AltTradey. I'm going to show you how to make the trade on AltTradey. Because AltTradey is a better place to make the trade. All right. AltTradey is a better place to make the trade. I have it linked up to my Mexi account. All right. I like this trade right now. I really like I like what I'm seeing. And Bitcoin can just go sideways and stay somewhat stagnant. We would have a move. And look, my laundry service just texts me, do you want us to stop by? I put yes. I put a Y. I type in yes. And then they respond immediately saying, oh, someone will come and pick it up. And then I just put a bag outside the door. They grab it. And then 2 days later, they bring it back pressed and hang it on my doorknob. I mean, I never have to go and drop off my dry cleaning again. They deliver it and pick it up. It's absolutely amazing. And considering how many collared shirts I go through, I wore this all day. And then what I do is I set up like this and I go out all day. I played bowling with my kids like this. I was bowling dressed to impress. You know what I mean? And everyone looks at me and I don't mind. I love going everywhere looking like this all the time. I literally always dress like this now. Like, I figure, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? So I wear a tie every day of my life, 7 days a week, and I love it. And no one tells me to do it. I do it because I love to do it. You know what I mean? I got to find my AltTradey number here to get myself into AltTradey. Give me a second. I am going to teach you something, so just give me a second. I apologize for not having this set up early enough. I'll find it, though. I didn't sign up to AltTradey too late. Yeah, there it is. All right, so AltTradey is a really good place where you can watch all your trades from one spot. You can see what's happening in the markets. You can break it down for yourself. It's awesome. All right. And it's going to show you all your positions too, which is really nice. You know what I mean? What you're up, what you're down, what's going down. Like, remember, I got into EGLD heavy the other day, and I already hold EGLD, but I got in very heavy again. And you can see everything that's up, everything that's down, right? I got into some Hex. I put $500 in Hex just to see it's down. It did go down. That's the only thing that went down. Everything else is up nice. Look at Boo. I'm up 47% on Boo. Told you guys about Boo, man. When it falls Phantom, when Phantom pumps, Boo pumps, baby. You know what I mean? I got some Doge chain up 17% because Doge is about to pump, right? These are little swing trades I'm going to be taking out and just putting them into Bitcoin. I'm going to double $500,000 into Bitcoin. I'm going to double, you know what I mean? These are just little things that I do in the background while I have big boy trades waiting too, all right? 36% I made on Ray, $400 in a night, right? My AVAX trade up 794 overnight. Got in on the 10th of November, 2 days it says now, right? 26%. My this Hatem trade made me 39% on this thing called Hatem. I just put I like turning $400 into $700 almost every night. I mean, and I do it 4 or 5 times on these little coins. I'll probably sell a bunch of these. So now you go to the trading terminal, right? The trading terminal is absolutely beautiful. And I sat with the developer and he designed this trading terminal for me and my lifers. I said, I really want this to look like this. I want you to show me that, yada, yada, yada. He broke it all down. And look at, this is Hello token. Hello looks like it's going to make a massive move out of this flag. It just looks really like it's going to blast. Anyway, you find the coin you want to trade. You type in here, BCH. All right. And why does that have it? Trading has stopped or paused. Really? Weird. Hold on. So they got it on KuCoin, but they stopped or paused it there. Maybe it's API. We'll take a look. Let me see if I can't get into Bitcoin Cash on the like, because it looks so good. It's such a swinger. But I'm in BCH here. There's 4 at 237. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 grand. All right. And I can buy it. Successfully went through and it filled. So I don't know. It could have been an API move. We don't know exactly what happened there. But it should track the position on AllTradey. Sure, I wanted to show AllTradey there and show you how awesome it is. It should find the position now, though. Should find it. Might take a second. It even shows all my Bitcoin buys recently, too. Look, it shows all the stuff that you've done. It tracks it way better than anything you've ever done. You know what I mean? And I did take a loss. I put a 5 grand into 1 inch, and one night I just didn't like it. I did take a loss there. Could have just kept it in, but I wanted to move it into something else that made more money. So I took the loss, but I gained back what I lost, you know? Wow, 37,090. They're hammering Bitcoin right now. They're going to start bringing in the pain. And I mean, the 15-minute was overbought. It's going to come down. That's what's going to happen. All right? We could see it. We just need to withstand. We just need this dump to withstand this pattern. We need the 1 hour to maintain. Right? We need the 4 hour to take over. And we need to, but again, we could get a massive dump. This is the scary thing about this. Like, there could be too much euphoria here, and this could just take a dump to the downside. I could be over leveraged right now, too, in Bitcoin Cash. Always use a stop loss, too, unless you're willing to hold something long term. All right? So this is also, you know, we're in a sketchy spot right now. What if Bitcoin takes a nasty drop? It could happen, everybody. Are you ready for it? Do you have a plan? You must have a plan. All right? You must have a plan for what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Moving forward from Bitcoin Cash, but I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin Cash, even if it double bottoms there. You know, it gets above the point of control, man. This thing can rock, could rock, right? And all coins are really hot right now, so you never know. I'm going to continue to the next super chat, which is Tau. And I don't know if I can get through all these, everyone. This is a lot. It's a lot. So I sold Tau, right? And I sold all my Tau at about, what, like 156, I remember? Or no, it couldn't have been. Yeah, somewhere up in there on the daily that day when it was super high 2 days ago. Yeah, 156, 155. Maybe even right here, like 146. I'll find out exactly what I sold Tau for here. It's on my MEXC, right? AllTradey. This should show my Tau trade. I did make it before I connected my API, so there's a chance it's not there. All right. Oh, wow. So get started and quickly get the best out of AllTradey. Ooh, they want me to find all these videos, and then I like that because they like, you're 20% complete, but you have more work to do. I like when they do stuff like that. Shows you your wallets. It shows you your portfolio, exchange, crypto academy. This thing's got so much going on. I love AllTradey, man. Look, but this is the trading terminal I wanted to show you. They set this up for me. It's unbelievable. But you limit in. You set your buy with the limit in, right? Mexi does not allow trading via API for this market. Yeah, so there's a few markets that aren't API accessible. Not all, most of them are, but, you know. Then you set your take profit. You hit an add take profit. I always put 2 take profits. Okay. Boom. Then I hit the stop loss, right? Here, protection, you go average entry. So what's going to happen is this: if you hit average entry there for the protection on the risk, and then here, enable trailing last target, I click on that. What this is going to do, just doing that, right? It's going to set up the trade like so. It's going to set up an entry, a stop. The second my first take profit gets hit, it's going to move the stop to break even. And then if it keeps going to the next one, it's going to set up a trailing stop, which is going to trail this next, which is insane, right? So it all set up for me now. So if we go to here and come right back down, I'm going to take profit there, and then I'm going to get stopped out at break even. This is going to happen for you overnight, because what happens to a lot of beginners is they get in, price goes up, comes right back down, they get kicked out of the trade. They lose it. This will take the profit for you and move your stop to break even. I asked them to design this for me on AltTradey. It's absolutely beautiful. It works really nicely. So it's just something I want to show you. And I had this design for you guys. All right. And then even this stuff here, the limit orders and all this stuff here. Really, really awesome. So, and those little buttons that you can click to enable the trailing stop and to account and to bring you back to average entry. I had this designed. All right. And he designed it beautifully. And he even made this terminal window nice and neat and complete. And this is for, you know, I had this designed for my lifers, everyone, to help you take more profits out of the market the right way, because it's hard to kind of do everything on your own, man. It's not easy. Not at all. So we look at Tau. Tau's been out of control. I got in somewhere down here at like 50, and then I sold for a 3x. So you saw I turned $1,000 into $3,000, and I got out. You know what I mean? I did the right thing at the right time. It was crazy. Wow, SRM is starting to pump, right? It could start breaking out tonight. It's looking interesting to me. My finger slipped, and you happen to see that, so I played it off. All right. Shout out to the 789 people that can't hang until the end of the night. No. We lost 200 people, but hey, we're rocking. I'm super happy. So look, this kind of has descending triangle vibes right off the bat. It also has some bearish div, I bet, on the daily, or maybe the 12-hour, or maybe the 6. You got this swing up, right? While the RSI swings down heavily. I mean, that's very, very strong bearish divergence. It is. However, the whole market's been out of control, so do we do something like this? So I would watch for this to possibly occur, and then this could be the next big trade for Tau. I could be wrong. It could break out of nowhere all the way up. It could dump all the way down. What you're looking for is a shoulder, a possible head, and a right shoulder that could dump you back down. All right? That's what we're kind of looking for here. Sorry, I want to move that back. I didn't mean to go backwards that way. So I would watch this, you know, and I wouldn't be jumping in right now. And it should pull back technically, but that's just, we're not getting that. We're not getting price action that we're getting the whole world wanting to get into something because they're current. Think about all the currencies around the world are dumping. The dollar's getting hit hard, and it's hurting, you know, the Brazilian peso even worse. It's hurting the Argentino peso. It's hurting all these other coins way worse around the world because they're tapped to the dollar. When we print, they got to print even more. When we have inflation, they have triple the inflation. It gets bad. So the whole world has no answer. They can't get into the stock market. Cryptocurrency is really the way out. And the whole world sees it. And it's creating a frenzy. I'm telling you right now, it's creating a bit of a frenzy. It's got me overextended and me kind of watching. That's why I figured I had to take some profits somewhere. I couldn't be completely all in the market. I had to take some profits somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of how I felt. Well, I don't like this 37,000 about to fall. It's not a good sign for Bitcoin. So nice when I saw the 37.7 and we were doing it. You know, it'd be nice if we just kind of flagged out here. It is the 30-minute and the 15-minute. They're taking us down. Look, the 50-minute Stokes were high. They told you were coming down. I drew this flag. I told you we were coming down the flag. Don't be crazed. The lowest we can get is 36,000, like 900, 36.8. We go, you see 36.6 or 36.5, no good. That means the pattern got broken. And that's not going to be a good sign at all. Okay? So I'm not bullish. I'm open-minded to both possible scenarios. All right? Both possible scenarios. Rune just won't stop. I mean, I can't believe what happened to Rune. That's insane. SHIB, Zen, SNT, Algo. I did Algo already, so I'm out of there. So we got to do SHIB, Zen, S&T, Sol, and KUJI. And $200 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. So let's take a look now at SHIB. USDT here. SHIB. I own some SHIB because I don't really believe in it. And I don't think it's the greatest ecosystem, and I don't think it's going to be amazing. But I own some SHIB on Coinbase. I'll take a look at the Coinbase chart. It's been on there for a while. A while. It's been on there for a while. I ate my word there in my throat. I throated my word. I don't know why. So look, beautiful kind of Adam and Eve double bottom. Beautiful double bottom. Number one. So that was your bottom for SHIB. Definitely at that 667. We're up 50% up to 900. 600 to 900 up a beautiful 50%. Right? Yeah, same zeros, right? Yeah. So now what do I see? I mean, there's your cup and handle to the upside. Look, you got a gap in the VRVB telling us that you're not done yet. You're in the gap. You're going to close the gap likely up to 1104. So that's 9 to 11. Just, ideas in your mind, 9 to 11. You really want to see Bitcoin hold 37,000. You don't want to see it lose 37K. You really don't. It can go to 36.9, 36.8, but it's sketch. You don't want to see that. The altcoins really suggest that a big move is coming for almost every one of them. I would look for SHIB to bounce here on the 6 hour. And then, find another pattern to continue. But SHIB looks bullish to me. And, I'd put an alert here on SHIB. You should have 20 alerts now. You should have alerts all over the board right now for SHIB. All right. This is getting crazy. All right. This is getting absolutely crazy. Remember, we're trading all these coins on MEXC. Some of them are on KuCoin, but mainly MEXC. How do you join MEXC? How do you jump on in? I make it super easy. You join my trading group, number one, CryptoLifer.com. All right. Then, right here, join MEXC. Hit the link right there. It'll bring you to MEXC. And again, they have 0 spot maker and taker fees. You will pay, I DCA into Bitcoin, and I don't pay a fee. I mean, that's crazy. Then you can send it to your hardware wallet and be done with it. It's absolutely lovely. I love it. It's amazing. It's such a good experience to not pay a fee. So I like what I'm seeing here for SHIB. All right. And SHIB was easy. Some of them won't be as hard as the other ones. We'll be in and out on these puppies. SHIB, but I own it too. DGen in me. See? Even you own some SHIB. Dude, dude, when something can make some gains, it can make some gains. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? People make fun of me sometimes. I'm like, whatevers, man. I'm a speculative investor as well as a TA analyst. I will speculate all day long. Look, there's a cup and handle right there on the 6 hour. Clear as day. Savvy, cup and handy on Zen. I even own some of this coin, man. It's crazy. I own a bunch of garbage. I do. I got like 530 just insane, disgusting coins that no one knows about. You'll never know. But I have them. I may have even just aped into WTF. You never know. Oh my gosh. Again, don't do anything. Yeah. God bless each and every one of you for being here. But look, 55% coming out of Zen, out of the cup and handle. Looks highly likely considering it's been beat to the ground and finally got some love after getting massively sold to the downside. I mean, I did buy this coin a little too early and got a little bit of a hit. Be a nice tax loss harvest, though. I can sell it off, get back in, and then get a loss and get the gain, which I kind of like. I was thinking of buying some coins that I know are going to crash on purpose. So crazy. I bet people do that. If you're a really good analyst, you can be like, I'm going to buy it here, wait for it to dump, sell it there. Then I could, again, I'm not going to go too far, but 54% possibly coming out of this thing on Zen. You know what I mean? Again, if I put it out, it means I believe it's highly likely to do it. If I don't put it out, then And remember, I can't use my amazing checklist when I'm fast here. You can go over any one of my elites. If you want to go over one of the charts I put out and give it more beef, by all means, please. Like if you want to be like, hey, I'm going to elaborate on what Sammy said here because I don't have the chance to, that would be a really cool thing to do, honestly. I would commend you to do that. That would give you some brownie points with me. Just saying. If you want to earn some points. If you want to earn some lifer points, right? Still waiting Bitcoin 40K. My $50 in SHIB is worth $8. It's amazing. MATIC to 70 cent tomorrow. I think gas is a great right now for the one-day trade. Everyone likes trading gas, that Neo gas, right? Interesting. Let's take a look at S&T. I put it out the other day. It took a nice little quick pump. Let's see what happened to S&T since then. S&T Network. This is one of the first coins I ever bought. Status. Back in the day when no one was into it. So we played this Adam and Eve, and it did pump up for some mini gains. It got gains. Now it's coming back down. You got to pull a fib. It's on the golden pocket. This is one I don't really like, but it probably could pump. I'm just not a fan, but it probably will pump. I could see it going all the way to 8.5, right? 8.3. I mean, you're talking a double up, basically. S&T, the status network. 22 hours, super low. Daily, wow, I didn't realize how nice it looked. I'll be honest, I mean, this thing could pump. It really could pump. Whoever saw this spot on, I mean, it's at the golden pocket, falling wedge. It gets above this high volume node and it's gone. Right there, see that? You could wait for it to breach that level because once it leaves that node, it's going to pump. Very, very likely. That's just the probability of what these charts do. Yeah, I'm not selling my MATIC. I'm shorting it though. Really, if you're gonna short MATIC, then you think the whole if MATIC's gonna dump, it means the whole market's gonna dump. You get that, right? Because MATIC's gonna pump with Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It's not done yet. Like you're gonna short this. Have fun getting rocked. Your AI thing says to short it. Have fun getting rocked, bro. Because that thing's gonna continue all the way to 1.08. Says my technical analysis. I'd be looking for a flag on a really small time frame. And again, if Bitcoin dumps, it'll dump too. But I'd be watching this flag on the 7-minute for MATIC. And again, unless the MATIC, here's the deal. You don't short until you lose a serious SMA. So like I wouldn't short until the 10-minute lost to 200. Look how far you are from that. Just not a good idea in my home. But you do whatever makes you happy. I can't be a financial advisor, but I would take your AI indicator and shove it right up an elephant's tusk. I'm sorry, but I don't need any AI indicators, man. I am an AI indicator on my own. And again, it could dump. If Bitcoin dumps, everything will dump. So you could be right. So I could eat my own words. But here's the deal. I wouldn't short MATIC until it loses this level at 89. And then even then, you got some stronger SR flipping here. Just this bigger. So even if it comes back down somewhere here, I see it bouncing or bouncing. So even if it does short, I wouldn't do a massive short until you lose the 15,200 SMA. So if you come down, you might make something like this. But I see this bigger pattern playing out to the upside. The 22 is oversold. The 12 hours good. The 8 hours good. Yeah, I would not short an 8 hour when the price is moving to the upside. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. But again, you do whatever makes you. I would never short an 8 hour stochastic like that. It's not a good idea. But you do whatever makes you happy, Burke. If that's what you want to do, man. I'm not your financial advisor. Another guy saying dude should be taking his financial advice. All right? And you might get a little pullback. I wouldn't short till you lost 85. You lose 85, fine. Right? Because that's a clear support or resistance flip, and then you'll dump down. And you got this level, and you got this. But you're above a high volume node. Until you break that high volume node, there's just no reason to short the market. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. All right? All right. All right. Kadena looking fire. Kadena actually had some big news. I see MATIC headed up to 109. I hold a boatload of MATIC. I have a nice bag of it long term. I'm set for this bull run from the last bull run straight up. Like, I still got... And Sol and KUJI. Will Solana continue to the upside? That is the question everybody wants to know. All right? Will Sol continue? And you know what? Only time will tell. I got into Sol at that $20 mark. Heck, Crypto Billy was slamming on it. Last time I put out Sol, it hit the exact target to the upside. 12 hour needs to come on down, though. And it's away for the 21. So let's take a look at Sol. We'll remove my moving averages. And I'm going to recreate my look. 4-day chart's a little extended. So it looks a lot like Bitcoin. How it's just getting out of control. Let's go to the weekly. The weekly's in a place where it could continue to pump. Remember that. The weekly's in a place where it could continue to pump. It has no resistance until 77. I don't see how Sol doesn't stop. I see it goes to 77. Period. It's just pretty simple to me. You could say it's right. You could say it's right at this resistance. Fine. It's right there. If it pulls back, we get a $44 Sol, and then it could continue. It is going to follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin takes a beat down, like it's playing games with right now at 37,050 and 60, that pisses me off when it goes all the way to 37,400, and at the end of the stream it goes all the way back. That pisses me off. It does. Nothing really should piss me off, but I get annoyed when they play with the price action like that. It's like, come on, man. I get to pump all the way up to 37.4 the second the weekly closes and then play games. Yeah. Respect to you, deserve happiness. Ignore that FUD from Gensler for MATIC. Yeah, I wouldn't listen. I didn't even see. I don't listen to that stuff, man. Yeah, I stake all my MATIC. Amen. Where do you stake MATIC at QuickSwap? It's a good place to stake it. There's different places to stake MATIC, too. I don't think you have to stake it at QuickSwap, but that's probably the premier. So I see a 41% gain for Sol. Again, now we got to work the time frames. 6 hour looks like it's going to be the one to kind of get us there. You always want to look for a bridge time frame. What I mean by that is your daily will be pinned. Your smaller time frames may be kind of playing around, and you'll look for a bridged time frame. Like the 6 hour is bridged, meaning it's kind of like it's half of the 12. It's double the 2 hour. You know, it's double the, it's triple the 2 hour. So I'm looking for something like this, you know? And again, it may not make that. It may make it like this. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm looking for some type of solid sideways action. If it comes down, I'm looking for 44. But if Bitcoin can hold the zone and continue to pump, then this thing will too. And it doesn't look, it looks like 80 is just simple, man. But I could be wrong. I'll put an alert right here. And what I'll even do is I'll put an alert right below the area that, so if I get an alert here on Solana, that's not going to be a good look. It could be a wick down, but I don't want to see it lose the pattern and the support of resistance. They're sucking in longs above 31.7. It looks like Bitcoin 12-hour rolled over on the Stokes, Sammy. Could come back down to the 21 SMA around 35.8. I thought we saw it differently, right? No, I'll be honest. I'm going to show you something here. Yes, but see how it's getting this bend. See this kind of bend? Like it should have been straight down here by now, but it's getting this bend. And again, I'm with you. We could get the pullback, but again, just watch the 1 hour. All you have to watch is if that's going to happen, you're going to lose this level here, and you're going to drop right down here. It's a chance we drop right here tonight. Boom. This would be my target. All right. And look, there's an inefficiency right there, and we filled that one. We filled the other one. There's one right there. So there's an inefficiency, an ICT inefficiency, if you know your ICT. And we kind of came into it on those candles, but it is a block right there that wasn't totally filled. That gives us 35,126, you know. Again, we're going to have to hold a line, though. You see? Right now, they're inducing shorts, in my humble opinion. They're making people think that we had a lower high, and they're going to dump. However, Bitcoin did not get back above the resistance. It didn't close a candle above 37,250. It had to do that tonight. We didn't. That's bearish, right? We could get a nasty drop to the downside. We really could. FTT thoughts. Much love, brother, and the lifers. We already went over FTT. Caston Williams, you're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning of this. When I end this, though, within 10 minutes, you will get a timestamp, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But we went over FTT in depth. It was one of the first coins we broke down. Caston, I love you, but I'm not going to do it again. I've been doing super chats till my hand hurts right now. My hand literally hurts. I'm not lying. My hand is aching right now. It's been a little, I got bombarded. This was a bombardment, you know. KUJI. So we talked about KUJI when it was way down here, KUJI. All right. We went over it. I talked about setting alerts right here at 72 cents, and it's already at 366. So like, I mean, the money has been made. It went up 700% actually at one point. 7x. And Token Metrics went over this. We went over this together too on Token Metrics. I talked about this coin a lot. I gave you this right there, the exact entry, golden pocket on the fib. You got above the point of control and you were gone. All right. Now what? What's going to happen to this thing? Well, let's take a look at the bigger time frames. The weekly. Wow, the weekly, it's a monster. Look at that. This thing was a monster, KUJI. And in 1 week, it went up from 170 all the way to 5. I mean, it did basically a 4x in a week. All right. Money printer setup on the 1 minute. Yeah. Market cipher money flow increasing. Bullish CBD for Bitcoin. I like it. I know what levels to watch. I have to remain bullish unless we lose key levels. Then I will have to flip bearish. All right. That's just how it is. That's how a true trader trades, man. I used to hear traders like that, pro traders. I'd be like, what is he talking about? He just said 5 things at once. Now I understand exactly what they were saying. You know what I mean? But you don't really get it until you get the sauce yourself. Then it makes sense. So I'd watch this for a possible pullback, right, on the fib. But, I mean, it solidified itself as an amazing move. This thing could 100x if you know, from the people that got in early. I'd be waiting for this to come back down to possibly the golden pocket here before a bigger move to the upside for KUJI. And I could be wrong. You know what I mean? There's no guarantees, but look at the lower lows, the head and shoulder pattern, that 1 hour's high, yeah. To me, it's coming back down to the 618 golden pocket. Then I would reconvene. I'll set an alert right here and watch it. All right. Can you see the rose, please? I saw the diamond forming on Bitcoin. Thank you, Sammy. I learned it from you. Shout out to Crypto Baker. I love you, man. And everybody, I'm going to close the super chats down right now. I got $200 in super chats. I really appreciate it. If I made $200 in super chats, that would be $6,000 a month on super chats alone. That is amazing. You people are great. I really appreciate it. Like, God bless each and every one of you. Absolutely insane. But again, if I do any more super chats, my hand is going to hurt. Like, I can't do it anymore. And the stream is well over time right now. I usually end at 10 o'clock. It's well over time. And I need to go to sleep. I need what it says Bitcoin. I need to kind of, you know, and we went over so much tonight. It's insane. So with that being said, everyone, I'm going to call it a day. I know I could stay here all night long and have fun with y'all, and I would love to do that. But I'd like to take this tie off. I'd like to take a shower. You know, I spent the day with my wife is pregnant. I spent the day doing stuff for my kids, doing stuff for you guys. I have not had a moment to myself tonight, and I'm going to sit on the couch for a second and rest my mind and not look at charts for at least an hour and rest my brain so I'm ready for the next day. You know what I mean? Let's crash, folks. Top Rank Show. This was a bold, you know, Master Friend, this was how it was before you met me, man. Dude, my stream, I had 8,000 subs and my stream was out of control. Back when I had 10,000 subs and my stream was out of control. The trading group was out of control. Showering is for the weak. I mean, come on, man. That's insane. Don't lie. You're going to be waiting to put in a sell order. Thanks, Sam. You have a great day with the wife and children. Amen. We love you, Sammy Sosa. Thank you for all you do. Get some rest tonight, man. Amen. Amen. And one last thing I got to look at, because it's for me. Do I get it back into Casper or not? It's this thing I can't stand. Sometimes selling isn't worth it. It's taking up too much real estate in my brain. I wish I just kept the coin. You know what I mean? Like the $15,000 profit is taking too much real estate in my brain. It's like playing games with me. Oversold on the 1 hour and the 4, which is usually when I like to get down. 8 hour dumped and we didn't lose a lot. That's a bearish engulfer though. It just doesn't look healthy to me. You know what I mean? The daily's so overbought. Like, I'm not aping into this, man. I'm not being stupid, man. The daily's high. I'm too far away for the 21. I'm not getting sucked into buying into this right now. I'm not. And if I miss it, I miss it. So be it. I'll find something else. If it breaks these resistances, I'll probably have to ape in. I'm not buying. I'm making the call right now. I'm not getting back into Casper yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. This thing just won't stop. Like, we put it out this morning and it hit the target that I put out this morning. Look at this. Insane. We put it out this morning right here and it went up 49%. Insane. Like, just from watching my show, you would have made gains. Then I heard there's this coin called this. Look at this thing. Don't touch this thing. I don't even know what these are. But like crazy, you know. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Stay on the hard cap, low cap, big cap. Bitcoin struggling. We need this 15 minute to just get done with the dump and move on and not lose the channel. This is what's happening now. We're getting the buy up. I want to see some bullish div on the 1. The 1 minute doesn't look good. The 1 minute's about to dump right now. Look at that. The 1 minute looks horrible. I'm being honest with you guys. That's a bear flag. I'm getting mixed signals for Bitcoin. I'm telling everyone right now, it's looking sketchy. They don't want the bulls to know too much. They don't want the bears to know too much. I am seeing some bearishness though. See how that's dumping right as I said it? That Stoke wants to dump on you. And I don't see a strong div yet. I need some strong divvy here to get us back in motion. We are away from the 200 SMA. We should bounce back up and make the cup and handle. It's sketchy times right now, though. I don't want to, we're so close to the places I don't want to see us going to. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I got to get out of here. I know you want all this crazy TA. I just, this guy said, please for ORDI. All right. You're playing on my heartstrings, man. You know what I mean? And the last ones, I'm usually a bit tired, man. Like I'm gonna start getting rusty. You know, you want my solid, clean TA. You want me ready to go at the gym. You don't want me like when I'm getting tired. You know, you can only do TA for so long before your mind needs a break. Everyone, like you can't like. I'm an anomaly. Most people could not do this many coins. They just couldn't. They wouldn't be able to. They would tell you they did a few and they'd call it a day. ORDI could continue to pop, but rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You really need to hold this level. You're trying to SR flip this, and you're watching Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dumps, it all dumps. You just lost 37,000 now, which kind of sucks. You know what I mean? So, God bless you. You're the best. Don't burn out yourself. Amen. All right, I'm gone, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Whoever asked me for another coin right now has no respect. Come on, man. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. I don't mean to piss someone off, but give me a break. All right? Give me a break. Don't keep taking me. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm going to jump on out here before I get taken advantage of at this point, because that's what I feel like is happening. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Again, be ready. We could take a nasty dump. Just be careful. They're playing games right now. They really are. And they do have liquidity to the downside below us at 36.5 that they could definitely drag us to. And it is the closest form of liquidity on BOOKMAP. Link in the description below for BOOKMAP. And shout out to all my sponsors, ITrust Capital, BingX, and CryptoLifer.com, the main guy. That guy sponsors me so hard. But look, we got a liquidity here, but big boys up above at 38K. We got that boom up at the beginning of the stream, and they kind of took it all away. They took it all away by the end of the stream. It's kind of crazy. All right. Everyone, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. May God bless each and every one of you. And thank you so much for a beautiful live stream. I'll see you tomorrow for a beautiful live stream. God bless. And thank you, everyone, for being here. It means the world to me. I'll see you tomorrow.